Hello and welcome to the Fourth Culture.
Hello.
Hey,
Wow.
hi.
See you for the first time today.
Wow, amazing.
We're like a lot more enthusiastic today.
I've got a sense of deja vu here. My name is Ramji and I'm your guide and storyteller. As with me in this journey, see, I can't remember. I can never remember. I need it written down for me over there.
Intrepid party.
Our intrepid party of four.
Beginning with
With me tonight is the formidable Joe Tan as Barra. Our very abstemious bard.
sure, yeah. I'll take it.
The
Wait, I'll show you. I'll be working out. Okay.
Nice. The fortunate Lisa Yao as Kie, the fearsome Sheena Chan as Yrsa Sven's daughter, and the fierce Edward Choy as Kaman, the chosen of Aina.
Yay.
Yeah, of course, none of this would be possible without the help of our producers, Hans, who's not here this evening, and Cheryl. And Hans. So, before we start, we're all a bit hyped today. Before we start tonight's adventure, I'd like to thank everybody who's at Gamesaurus Rex on Upper Thompson Road for helping to bring us together, as well as the continued support of our friends down at Games at Pi at Midpoint 220 on Orchard Road. And finally, none of this would be possible without the help of our friends at A Better Consultancy.
You need simple, honest, and straightforward technology advice to help you scale and grow your business. If you're based in Asia or looking to expand your business here, then get hold of A Better Consultancy at www.abetterconsultancy.co.
Amazing. Always on point with that.
The voice of Singapore radio, Edward Choy. Yay! Sorry for the spam.
Well, actually, now's a great time, speaking of spam, to ask folks to take a chance to hit the follow button. And if you're watching on YouTube on Thursday, like and subscribe.
Smash it.
Send us a comment. Yes, smash the like button indeed, and hit the alarm button, all that good stuff.
Ding the bell for notification.
Indeed, ping Ursa's bell. And if you want to support us doing this further, we've got a Ko-fi account, there's some Patreon and associated Discord stuff, and all the links are down below in the amazing stuff that Cheryl's created down below, which is kind of awesome, right? We also have a website, t4c.online, and anyone got any other announcements? Anyone got anything coming up? Joe and Ed.
Next Monday is a bit of a special session for T4C because the two of us will be away. We have a show that starts and runs from February 4th to 7th.
That's Thursday to Sunday.
Mm-hmm. It's called Pivot. And it's a show about a theater actor couple named Joe and
Edmund.
Yes.
Joanne
and
There's
Edmund.
absolutely no connection to us, any similarity to the person's living or dead. It's purely coincidental. It's called Pivot because it was written in response to everybody telling live performers, pivot in the whole of last year. So this is literally the sum of what various people have done to pivot throughout the year. You will see the play presented in different segments in the forms of Zoom theater, in podcasts, in sales live streams, and so on and so forth. And the really kind of sensational thing is that it's taking place entirely in our house, and there are cameras all over the place, so we should have to be very careful. Sometimes we're going to the bathroom, we're like, oh shit.
There's actually a camera and a microphone
in the bathroom. Because we will be using it for the live performance of this reality TV style thingy, because the whole idea is that it's supposed to be very voyeuristic and like intrusive, like, hey, we want you to change your life completely. So welcome into our houses and see how we're changing our lives for the digital era.
We could have been totally lazy and recorded it and just played it every night, but no, Joel said,
no.
We're going to perform it live, so we're performing it live.
Say that it was our director who insisted.
It was our director.
Yes.
Award-winning director, John
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's in your house, so will the doggo be making an appearance?
All you have to do is pay $8.88 and then register at our website www.facebook.com/Pivot Digital Play. And yes, it's only $8.88 because Chinese New Year coming, so very auspicious. Wow. We want to help you fast. And and then you can tune into the live performance, and you will see whether the doggo makes an appearance, because we had a very cute doggo.
Special dog.
Time she started earning her keep. So
yes.
The Planeswolf is adorable.
Yeah.
And because of that, next Monday we will be away in dress rehearsal, so it'll be a special session of the Fourth Culture.
the shorties have the stick.
Shorty strike back.
Yeah.
Yes, that's going to be an incredible episode, and best of luck with the show. We're going to be quite excited.
Thanks. No, best of luck. Yeah, I'm excited.
It premieres on Monday? Or?
No, it premieres on Thursday, but we've got our full dress because we need the lighting conditions because HDB flat.
Yeah, of course. It's full dress rehearsal. Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. So everybody says premieres on Thursday. Go to facebook.com Pivot Digital Play. Is that right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Very good.
Well then,
Hold on, Cheryl.
just a quick moment to say thank you to everybody that's just followed us. So thank you, Princess Looney Tunes.
Yay!
Thank you,
Myriads?
We're sorry for the
Mirads.
wrangling of your name.
Myriads. Myriads? Myriads.
Friends, for God's sake.
We don't do well with myriads. It is, thank you. Anyway, moving on. And Hosu Lohi and Black Aegis and Babcom and Ricardian, as usual, has topped up Yrsa's Children of the Wolf because nothing pleases me more than one-shot kills. Yay! Thank you, Ricardian, as always. Stunning strike. Yay, my favourites. On that note, welcome to everybody that skipped the intro on YouTube. And we started early, it's been a TPK. No, I joke. You're right in time for the recap. Who is... Oh, yes, TPK. Total Party Kill.
Yes.
It's what nearly happened with the mirror.
Oh my god, yeah. I still think about it.
It is I. It is I who am giving the recap. Yes. Previously on the fourth culture. So, what happened last week was that we continued our trekking to fulfill our top secret mission to rescue Hobgoblin Princess who was trapped in distant land. She's from the civilized kingdom, but she was abducted, so we have to go and rescue her, but we're all undercover because ostensibly we are actually just escorting a merchant as he travels with his goods across these hostile lands. So we're all going to be using slightly different accents from the ones we already use, so please try not to get confused. And what happened last week was that in the midst of these travels, we had to pass even more international boundaries, apparently, and we had to go through a border, a customs border, and we all attempted to not pay border tax. And Barra tried very hard to convince the people of the country that we're all influencers and that we're going to go in and we're going to, make their economy great again. But unfortunately, we were not believed, and our poor merchant employee had to pay crap tons of money, and he was very unhappy because he is actually from the Twilight Plains, and he's not happy that this new border has been set up because it has been annexed against international treaty by the civilized kingdom. So he was very unhappy about that. Unfortunately, he continued to be unhappy later because as we were continuing our travel through this Ang Song region, which we had just entered into, we encountered vampires who drained one of his bodyguards of blood, took off with another one, very racist bodyguard, and also took off with one of his passengers on his caravan. So while investigating, all of us, one by one, became seized by invisible vampires as well. We managed to fight them off, but not do very much damage, except for Kie, who is the least peaceful monk you will ever meet, who is actually punched the hole through the vampire that grabbed her, and thanks to that, left a conspicuous blood stain on the tree, using which we were able to track down the two abducted passengers / bodyguards, and we were able to cut them down from tall cocoons suspended from trees, and one of them unfortunately landed smack on the floor.
Oh no, yeah.
And I believe he's currently recovering. And then we continued our land voyage, and now we have arrived in a very picturesque, beautiful village, of which our dungeon master will tell you more.
Yay!
Thank you for that excellent, if unique summary. And so, that being said, if we're all ready, let's explore the fourth culture. Now, you had all just kind of pulled in relatively hastily and after a night of great discomfort into the village, large village and very picturesque sort of mountaintop village of Dawn's. Oh, I was confused. Dawn's Edge. Thank you. Edges and ends and ends and edges. But anyway, as you've pulled in there, it's actually sort of pretty much around noon, if I recall correctly. You'd been travelling for a little while to get there. You'd sort of made your way up a sort of relatively well-trodden and well-kept mountain passage and passway. As you come into this large village, it is pretty immaculate. It's like a little chocolate box sort of cover. It's sort of like, you've seen those Swiss chocolate boxes with those very pretty rude villages. It's like that. Everything is immaculate. The little cobblestones all along the pathways are all well trimmed. Everyone's got a nice little garden, and it's sort of people are wandering by, and as they do so, they're sort of like, "Oh, good morning." And good morning, and they're just sort of like being very pleasant to everybody else, and it's all thoroughly nauseating to anybody from the big city like you guys are.
Slap myself.
Yeah. So I'll take 1, 2, 3 children of the woods. No, it's okay.
I'm sleeping.
And as you do so, you pull up in front of a very large, I think you had, in fact, at the end of last session, pulled up in front of a large sort of coaching inn with a set of a small driveway that kind of allows you to pull up wagons and various other things, including a small access path to some of the stables just beyond. And it goes by the name of the Red Bird. In fact, the name of the pub or the inn is the Vermilion Cassowary. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's good, good. Do you remember what the name of the whorehouse across the street was?
The
blue bird.
Indeed. So, and you are, you see as everybody pulls up, and you see Yafir Tamara, kind of the caravan leader and merchant sort of jumps out and looks around, and as he does so, you see there's another relatively sort of, I would say, mid to kind of early middle age, as it were. So let's call that late 40s, early 50s, though as I approach late 40s, early 50s, I still consider that to be quite youthful. But thank you. It's a good concept.
Why were you saying?
Yeah, indeed. Barra too feels the same way. And a sort of very well kept and again, so like I say, sort of like mid 40s, late 40s ish woman kind of steps out and says, "You fear Thamar? If it hasn't been 2 years since I've seen you last." And he says, "Oh, Shamala, how very nice to see you. I haven't seen you for, well, it must indeed be 2 years. I think the last trip you were traveling elsewhere on some, of your medical businesses. But it is, again, you are getting younger every year that passes." And she says, "Oh, stop, you bastard." And they carry on bantering for a minute or so as various people sort of come out and kind of approach the wagons. You see that the 3 half-orcs and the blind half-elf lady kind of make their way over to you and just want to thank you, really, because you got us here in one piece, and I really appreciate that. And especially, I don't know where we'd be right now, but running around in the woods looking for it's just, that's a terrifying thought, and instead we're here safely, and just thank you very much.
Oh.
And they're all kind of like, very shy. And one of them sort of looking over you, Barra, and sort of just
Yeah. Barra said that we cannot leave until we found Elise factory.
oh, and you see Elise.
Baran said that we cannot leave until we find Elise back phone.
Yes, it is great. It is part of our duty as gods to make sure that you are guarded. Also, any of you know how to hatch egg? I have a big egg. As you might have noticed throughout the trip, I have been sitting on the egg trying to hatch my egg child. Ancient tradition in the village from which I come, of which name I cannot reveal because it's a top secret.
We all thought it was called Popu. That was the whole thing. Everybody said that around the campfire you came from a village called Popu. Because you'd invented some of that Popu music. That's what you said to Yafir, right?
Yes, I am the creator of Popu music and Popu culture.
Yes. We never heard of Popu though. Where is Popu?
It's far away.
Right.
popcorn.
Well,
Delicious.
I don't really know how to hatch eggs. I mean, me and my brothers were here as farmhands, but Elise, have you ever? And she goes, no, I have not. I've never hatched an egg. Well, no, no, not once. But still, Baron, I want to say thank you very much for risking your life, and all of you for risking your life.
You are welcome. You have very nice hair.
She sort of touches her hair and says, "Oh, well, you know, I didn't really do anything this morning, but
What?
I didn't do anything this morning to it. But
maybe
thank
it's
you for noticing.
Yes, maybe you are born with it. Maybe it's
Maybelline? No, my name's Elise.
Oh yes, beautiful name. Anyway, if you like, I will be watching my egg as a steadfast, good head of the household and excellent masculine figure is doing.
So I assume this is the end of road for you?
Yes, I mean, we'll be working here for the summer. So one of the boys says we'll work here for the summer and hopefully longer. I mean, we've kind of come up here. It's everything we've heard. It's a very nice community, and we've got a job down with I believe it's with Farmer Tabadu, and so we're just going to go down there and find him, and I'm sure one of these nice people will show us the way. And they sort of say their goodbyes, and you know, unless there's anything you particularly want to, they kind of look like they're ready to go. They've got their packs on and sort of are.
We wish you well in Fairy Tale Town Place. Surely nothing go wrong here.
It looks beautiful, right? Doesn't it?
Yes, everything too perfect.
Do I hear the sound of cellos? No, it's just
No, it is I. Return with my Mandarin. Since you are leaving, I would like to sing a song just to wish you all the best.
Oh.
And of course, you is the best. And you, random half-orc child. And of course, to my companion, this is song to give you 11 hit points. And since I believe in some parallel dimension, Chinese New Year is coming. This is inspired from a beautiful faraway village of Popu. This is how it's bang, bang, bang. Small town god story. We come here not sorry. If you want a place to rest, Dawn's Edge is the best. Progress we make, breakfast we take. We order wine and thirst we slake. Once we are rested in Dawn's Edge, rest of the day please don't be a bitch. You have a 11 hit point on your journey to farm state, but if you get bored, please look for Baron. I might be around here for a little while.
Ellie sort of nods her head and says, "Oh, thank you, Baron. I feel much better. I will head off now with my brothers, who are conveniently and in no way expositionally named Hilario, Mardnab, and Naivara." But she sort of just sort of smiles, and she's fine. She knows where you are because she heard you singing. But if you run off, she's addressing where you last sort of she heard you kind of move off from. Your natural stealth is a bit higher, unfortunately. Yeah, they head off. In the meanwhile, clearly Yafirtmar's had a good conversation with Shamla and has then spoken to Eric, and they've begun to unload the wagons, and various other people have come around from the village to kind of help them. And you find yourself sort of just stood there in the eye of this sort of storm of activity that's come around the wagon as different merchants have come up to like maybe take sort of certain provisions or things that have been sent up for them from Terima, or there's an entire exchange that's happening within which you guys are sat just kind of like, or stood a little bit sort of, okay, there's a lot happening right now.
Maybe we stand by the side and then we only intervene if someone gets stabbed.
I whisper to Yrsa, "Hey, great leader. So none of us really got any sleep last night. You think maybe now's a good time to catch a bit of nap?" I'm like barely keeping my eye open.
Let me go check with Yapira first. I will be back. I'll go up to Yapira.
Hello.
We have conveyed you safely to this town, and we were wondering given how last night was not very peaceful, is it possible for us to get a nap now?
I always how do I say, amazed by your understatement. Yes, last night was a complete shit show, like the day before, and the day before that, and possibly 2 days before that as well. But nevertheless, you have more than earned your keep in returning our fair Elise and her, and the not so fair guard. Yes,
She
indeed.
has very nice hair, I shouted across the table.
And you just sort of at the corner of your eye, you see Elise just sort of. But he says, yes, I think we have all earned a good day and maybe a night's rest and a good meal first. If I may ask you to just help with getting the wagons just stowed away carefully. Eric will ask some of the other guards as well, and
Of course.
beyond that, please, there is no work for you to be done. We will be leaving again, hopefully in 2 dawns. And then it will be about 4 or so days for us to head down to Twilight's Edge.
The journey going forward, is it going to be as, how shall we put, eventful? What we've come through so far? Are you aware of the terrain?
30 years I have been traveling this time. 30 years. During which it has never been eventful like this. Not even the time that my eldest daughter's brother's son's wife's chicken gave birth to an egg.
Is this a rare?
No,
Or
it is a chicken. He's there going, that was not exactly the exclamation I was hoping for. I am very tired, I must admit.
Yes.
Please forgive me. I will come up with a more effusive... I need a nap. I need a bath and a nap. In fact,
Okay, we will settle the wagons and see you later on.
indeed. And he looks over and goes, in fact, maybe I will take a nap in the bath. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Please don't, you might drown.
That also is very likely on this
30
trip.
years. Eventful things happen. Do not take a risk. Do not close your eyes in bathtub. Or anywhere.
And he just turns and walks off. He's studiously just not looking at Kie at all times in this conversation. He's just like everywhere else. 5-10 minutes pass. Eric gets your help to move a couple of wagons out the way. More than anything else, it's the extra strength that you guys have shown a couple of times of just being able to literally grab the back of a wagon and just shift it. So the two of you, Barra and Yrsa, just being able to grab one and.
Pivot? No, never mind. It's okay.
I cannot pronounce the V sound.
The what's
Pivot. Pivot.
Pivot.
Oh boy!
Pivot.
Oh boy!
Anyway.
So, pivoting quickly. And you then find yourself heading into the Red Bird, where you meet a very nice wooden interior. Again, everything just seems really nice, right? It's like it's spotlessly clean. The wood has been, oiled this season, so everything is in one piece. It's not like you're used to on your travels, sort of like a decaying taverns that are falling apart and roadside inns that just keep you from the rain. This is a really nice place, right?
This place so nice. I'm a bit creeped out.
I don't trust you either.
I mean, it could be possible that they're just very careful people, that take good care of their things. But it also feels like we're going to be sacked very soon by pillagers.
It's a really good accent. That's why I love how you just keep it up. When you don't have to.
I won't forget that.
So you're just gonna, alright, so you're just staying in character. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, when I was in
This
amateur
travel is
drama club.
A very tired Yefir Tamar just looks around and goes, Our guests have left. They are gone.
We are practicing.
So stop pretending, please.
We are pretending.
I beg of you.
We
I
are
cannot.
going to put up a prayer.
I'm going for my bath now.
We are going to put up a prayer for you.
Remember to stay awake.
And
Don't drown.
so you you are approached by a sort of
Randy, want to sleep?
30-ish or so, seems slightly older,
Good looking.
man in a waistcoat
Oh, it's a dude.
who says,
Piece of shit.
Running commentary.
he says, hello, my name is Gulam. I am one of the barkeeps, innkeeps, and proprietors of this place. There are many of us, but there is myself, Gulam, there is my husband, Matya, and there are the various other people who are at your service during your stay.
Hello, Gulam. Could you give us 4 room with Tiram?
I'm sorry?
It's
4 room with bed.
You wish for 4 rooms with beds.
No, I honestly, I wanted to save some money because
It's paid for by Mr. Yafir Tama. 4 room with bed. Thank you.
I mean, I was actually going to say to you that Mr. Tamar has paid for your rooms.
Okay, thank you.
But you have 2 rooms, I'm afraid. But there are 2 rooms with 2 beds, so it was comfortable. Unless there is some reason why you would need separate rooms. Most of our rooms are doubles or bunks here. There are a couple of masters, but
No, we do not take much space.
as long as the 2 of us are not sharing a master bedroom together, we do not want to share because it is not manly. I'm sure. Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, hey, where's our room?
I'm not entirely sure I'm understanding you, sir. What is the...
Maybe what my friend is saying that is now we shut up and go to room. Thank you for key.
Yes, you must be very tired.
You
I
We are
understand.
not at all discriminatory
You
in
and
any
your
way.
husband, the marital bliss. Let us go to the room.
Yes, we are so open-minded. We are going to
liberal.
go into our room and shut up now.
Yes, we must.
Would you like me to arrange for some food to be sent up?
Yes.
Or would you like to eat in the common room with everyone else?
I would not mind eating in the common room.
Then very well. Let us know if you are going to be quick or if you are going to come down. Whichever way you like.
I will come down.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we have some food ready. Would you like it to sent up to your room, or would you like to come on down?
We will
Want to
come
calm down.
No, eat the food.
Fantastic. We have some very nice food, and I think you'll find that Martia's cooking is really something to die for. So,
Yes, beautiful.
Thank you, Mattia.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, I'm
now.
Gulam,
Which?
No, Mattia is your cook, right?
but you haven't met Martia yet. Anyway,
Yes,
but
anyway.
nevertheless, it is all good. Please,
Compliment the chef.
let me show you
Tell
around.
Mattia is beautiful person.
Let's go.
He sort of just half pauses and then just goes, "Thank you." I think.
You married
Focus on us. Look at us. Communicate with us.
Hello.
Yes, room please.
Yes, let me show you the way. And he sort of, it's not.
From interference.
So in D&D, everybody, there's a character known as the Face, who's the one that charms and smooths over all situations. Yrsa. So it's actually from the main area. There's a dark sort of.
I excuse myself to bring my egg and then I catch up with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
And there's a nice sort of wooden stair that kind of cuts back in itself, and then you're led up to sort of the floor above, which again just covers over the same footprint. So it's sort of there's no ability to see down. It's just a nice floor. There's rooms on each side of a corridor, at the end of which there are a couple of rooms for master suites, and he points all this stuff out. And as you do so, he sort of says, "And here you go. This is room 4. This is room 3, and this is room 5." And you are literally next to each other. It goes, your Firtmar is in room 6, sort of pretty much opposite, 2 down, in fact. I think he's sharing with Eric. So,
Okay, we see you when eating time.
yes, how long approximately?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? So, I don't think food will be ready for maybe like 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
25 minutes? Okay, 25 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Compliments to your husband. And you.
You know, it's possibly just best if you just drop a subject by dropping a subject.
Mm.
Okay, thank you very much. You may go now.
Thank you.
Let
Bye-bye.
me know if there are bathing facilities.
Fertilities?
Facilities.
What?
Facilities, like a
Yes.
shower tub, like a tub.
Oh yes, absolutely. There is what do you mean in 3 and 5? Okay, there is a bathroom just down the hallway. It has got a tub. It has got some nice sort of magical shower thing. It's quite pleasant actually.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
And he kind of walks down the stairs, and as it walks off, and sort of as he does so, you can just hear him kind of going, "They're funny people, these Outlanders, you know, very funny people. I don't really. It's almost like they've never been anywhere in their lives."
There's something is wrong.
Got toilet! The toilet's next to the bed!
No, before we go in, before we sleep, hey guys, just sort of something, we should discuss something really quick.
Come into my room.
I open the door into our bedroom and then usher everybody in. Then close the door, lock it. Check
Private
around.
conversation.
For...
You're locking everybody in your room.
Yeah,
Are you going in the room as well?
I am.
Okay. Just checking it wasn't some strange trap thing. where
Checking
you-
around for any secret doors or any.
Make an investigation check.
Okay, this is terrible.
Barbarian, investigate.
10 plus 0, 10.
You find 2 beds, a window, a closet, another closet, and a door. Oh, and a shelf.
Shelf.
Hmm.
I checked the shelf. No, I don't. Okay.
The shelf has This is there's very little of that check that you find that's out of the ordinary.
It's a mimic. No.
Oh, there aren't any mirrors in this room.
There are no mirrors in this room. No.
Oh,
I am completely okay with that fact.
okay.
So, what did you want to say?
Alright. Alright, yeah, I was gonna send you away, but still, since you're here. So, anyway, I'm in contact with some of the mysterious forces, so they mentioned to me that Kie was gonna be going through a bunch of shit. Like darkness is gonna follow her wherever she goes. And, I'm just wondering whether, the events of the past few days, had anything to do with her. I don't know whether we should, I don't know.
Are you saying that Kie is the sweaty that has brought all this on us?
Yeah, I am.
It wasn't me that rolled
Sweetie.
those bad ones.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I just know, some
Sweetie.
vampire creatures,
It's just
following
a
us.
dirty
And only you knew how to follow them. It was because of you that we knew how to track those vampires. I'm just saying, if there's something in your past or something that you're not telling us, maybe it's time to speak up now.
Who are these things talking to you?
Or I've got friends in high places, okay? Just,
That sounds
so,
more suspicious.
no, and I'm telling you, it's you. Come on, face up.
Okay, so let's take things one step at a time. Number 1, you say you are in contact with some forces.
No,
And they are telling you these things about Kie, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, are these sources accurate? Can they be trusted or not? You cannot just anyhow believe people. If you believe people, then they scam you. Very bad.
Very sus.
Very sus.
So far, I gotta say, they've proven right every time. So, yeah, I don't know.
Evidence?
Oh, I can't tell you. You're just gonna have to trust me.
All right. But Kie, if you're, if there's anything that you might want to discuss with us about, or they might need help with, I don't know, a curse, a blood debt,
Yeah, I know.
a family ancestral promise that you're soon to
nothing
uphold,
of that.
some weird religious sex thing.
Turn Kie to
Absolutely not.
stare at you in the face.
Okay, I believe Kie has absolutely no idea of whatever is happening.
Okay, but why did the one-eyed dead guy come back to haunt her?
Because
I killed him.
Fair
point.
right?
That's motive enough. Makes sense.
Have you killed any other things that have come back to haunt you?
No.
Have you killed any other things? Was that the first thing you killed?
Well, of
No,
course
I
not.
mean, I've been on so many missions. You've seen me kill things. So, alongside the rest of you
So
killing
there's
things.
no reason why he would come back to haunt you.
Because I killed him.
Yeah, but you killed everybody else as well. You're just the least.
But that was
peaceful
a lot
one
more
in the world.
majestic and a lot cooler.
Yeah, okay.
And I wasn't the one that decided to bring his body along.
Now I have concerns that maybe the griffin will come back.
Ah. Ah.
Well,
That was also very majestic.
It's true, it's true.
And you stole the child?
I'm gonna raise it as my own.
What if it's undead? Is that
Find out. Okay, I'm gonna spend some time with it, but I'm just telling you, right here, if you've got anything to share, like maybe it's time to tell us. No?
But I don't. You believe me, right?
I believe you. I can see in your face. You have no idea what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
But it may
Love
be
us.
something that you don't know about yet.
Oh, well, never mind.
Like Google it.
Well, if she doesn't know about it, she can't tell us, so I guess, well, let's go rest and retire, I guess.
Yeah, well, if anything comes back to haunt you after you kill it, let us know and we'll try to stop it from coming.
Yeah.
I message you, so,
Look.
so just be careful.
You know she can hear you, right? You know you message her, but to see.
Make a perception roll.
What?
Make a perception roll.
Salty! 18 plus.
You hear everything that Barra says.
Just be careful! Alright,
You're trying to
When you're
steal
like-
shit
Hey,
sleeping in the same
with
room.
no evidence.
hey, look.
You're trying to turn my team against me. What happened to Survey Team 3 forever?
Okay,
Life.
For life.
okay, everybody calm down, okay? Okay, everybody calm down. Even if there is a possibility that, you know, Kie does have some kind of extra sweetiness about you. Whether you know about it, don't know about it, doesn't matter, okay? Because you know why? One does not simply pangse his friends.
Oh, that's true.
Survey Team 3 for life, okay? It's not anyhow say one. It's
Oh,
real.
Yeah, but
For our international viewers, and in no way for your DM, what does pangse mean?
Pangse is to like kind of
Let down?
fly aeroplane, let down.
Fly an aeroplane. One doesn't simply fly an aeroplane for his friend. Oh, I see. Oh, aeroplane is in there. I see.
Leave a friend in the lurch.
Yeah.
One does not
The
say.
most direct translation is like, you know, for the Buddhists, when, you know, it comes to a certain time of the year and they need to set free certain living beings to earn karma. That's why Pangse is from there. Lah.
Ah.
But that's very positive. Like
I know. So, like, you know, in common parlance, it's more of a not that positive thing. It's kind of like, oh, all your friends are like, oh, yeah, let's go. And then, you know, you let them down because you
Like
don't
ditch.
show up.
Like don't ditch me.
Ditch.
Yeah, don't bounce me. Yeah.
Yeah, don't release alive your friends, as Casey explained. Don't release. alive.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everyone that's watching. Thank you for the interruption. Now, please carry on.
Okay.
So,
I'm just
you-
saying. I'm just saying.
yeah, don't worry, we've got your back.
Yeah.
But watch out.
Barra's just going through a paranoid phase. It's the parenthood thing, you know. Sometimes when they're
Come on.
transforming into parents, it's quite difficult for them.
Yes,
The
hormonal.
transition is
Ah,
difficult.
I understand.
He's expecting.
I'm gonna spend some time with my egg.
Yes, please. We'll see you downstairs for dinner later.
Understand.
I'll try
Take
to.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend time with my egg.
So
Who seems like
your
a
room
crazy
is
one, yeah.
identical to theirs. 2 beds, window, shelf, door, that sort of thing. Where are you stashing your egg?
Under the covers with me.
Okay.
Is it a master bed? Is
No,
it
it's a single. It's a comfortable single, but it's a single bed.
under the covers with me. Yeah.
Okay. So are you going down for dinner first, or are you going to?
No,
Just go straight to bed.
I'm like upset, so I've got to like spend time with my egg.
Okay, fine. So as you sort of put yourself to bed, Kaman, are you going down with them for food or not? Okay. So,
And I'll let Barra know. Barra, you sure you don't want to eat?
Do you have prestidigitation?
I do.
Could you warm this blanket for me?
It doesn't.
Gently?
It's not that warm.
Alright, just help me.
Fine. But
Right.
it's not that warm.
Help me. Okay? Tuck my egg under the blanket.
It's not that.
I'll
Oh,
see you when I see you.
you sure you don't want to eat food?
I'm fine. Get under the covers.
you happily get warm with your egg.
Yeah.
Make an animal handling check for
Oh
me.
my god, come on. Hey, before you go, you guys want to give me a bit of guidance from that
What are you
thing.
trying to do?
I'm trying to change my freaking child.
Please help
You're
Barra.
under the covers, and you're sort of like, give us a bit of guidance, please.
Okay, here we go.
And I don't believe in, please. Bobby.
What is that? This is 4.
It's 2.
Is it 2 or
3,
Is
sir.
it a 3? Oh, it's a 3.
Three.
I see. Oh, yours was different.
There are only 4 numbers
Okay.
on the D4. We have
Yeah, but they
three
got
of them.
that D4 is kind of got the numbers at the bottom, not at the top.
I think I'll give you the, this one.
Oh.
Do.
It's a rhomboid.
Oh, great. It's a 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay.
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 You fall asleep, cuddling your egg very happily.
Yeah. Okay.
As you guys head downstairs, and you see there is a veritable feast happening. I mean, it's not feast is a strong word, but certainly all of the folks from the wagons are downstairs, barring a few folks that are missing, like who just decided to like crash out, like Barra has. But instead, the long tables. You can see that there is the gentleman you met earlier, Ghulam. You see there's another couple of sort of. Young boy and 2 sort of again really youngish, slim sort of women that are sort of wandering around like carrying far too many plates. The young boys are always like juggling plates as they fill out the food on this table. There are pratas. There are all sorts of ranges of food there, ranging from fresh vegetables, some mountain produce. There's some lots and lots of baked breads and sort of a range of waters, even a couple of juices, that sort of thing. There's definitely some beer if anybody would like a beer. And beyond that, you see that Ghulam says, Please, take a seat anywhere you can. It is great. This food is ready. It is hot and piping. Let us all eat and make merry together.
I walk back up to the room and unlock it. Barra, there's prata. Are you sure you don't want to? Okay, fine.
Carbs not good for the abs.
I lock the door and come back downstairs.
A true recipe book.
Ooh.
What?
Just
Ooh, the recipe book.
Prata
Yes.
is life. Lisa, by the way, has been wanting prata for a while.
Yes.
We have skipped one person by accident.
Hello.
Hello? Jaronsky?
Jeransky.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Hey, thank
Welcome.
you.
Back home, maybe?
Yeah, we mentioned Babcom at the
Oh,
start.
we did?
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
sorry.
Okay, so
Oh.
as you sort of sit and you are there's a sort of, you see that Ghulam kind of comes up and says, if you need anything else, just shout out. As you know, my name is Ghulam, just to remind you, but if you need anything, just please yell. Is your colleague is not coming downstairs?
We'll...
It's okay.
We will 打包. We will 打包 for him. You no worry.
You what, sir?
打包?
No?
We will take
Okay,
away.
doesn't matter.
I
Let's just eat.
can have somebody take up some food for him.
Oh, it's okay. I bring up. It's okay.
Are you sure?
I take the bao and da. The bao.
Should I just get you a plate?
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Okay, fine. We'll make a plate up for you. And so yeah, you eat very pleasant food. It's nicely heavily spiced. It's sort of again a little bit too, just a bit too nice. It's a bit too fragrant, a bit too fresh, a bit too pleasant, a bit too... No, after the journey you've had, this just all seems terribly, terribly normal.
And speaking of terribly normal and things being too good to be true, I wanted to ask the two of you if you remember about that island we were stuck on.
Uh-huh.
How
Yeah.
did we get off it?
And the ship came.
Do you remember anything else about that island? All I remember is arriving at the island, and then it was morning, and there was the ship, and everyone was so happy to see us.
I think we met someone. But
Yeah. We all had that delusion, remember? We were so tired and we hallucinated this old auntie.
Yeah, but I don't feel it's an hallucination, but everyone told me about it.
I don't remember an old auntie. I just remember.
It was an auntie and then she was like making tea and things.
She was very
I
nice.
remember the tea. I don't remember who it was who made it.
It was good tea.
Hey, does that make sense that we all had the same delusion?
No, it doesn't. That's what I said.
You know, an average goblin only lives for 60 years. I don't have time for this shit. Excuse me while I stuff my face. Ha!
It's dinner conversation.
Really good. The one you've just taken, right? It's basically like it's like a you basically put your hand into. Imagine it's just like a bowl, but then you open it out and it's got tteokbokki inside. It's just like it's surreal, and it's like you open, it's got like fried tteokbokki inside the bowl. It's like the craziest thing, but it's amazingly good.
Oh, I'm so sad now.
And now you see the true evil of a DM that knows one of his players hasn't eaten.
Oh, but that sounds so good.
Barra's now in chat.
This happens every week.
This candle smells like.
True. Get out of that. Oh my god.
Why did she keep going?
700. It smells like 700.
Hey, we have a new follow.
Yay! Stan Hawk.
One.
Thanks, Stan Hawk.
Thank you.
This is
So, feasting away, you sort of you can eat for as long as you like, but you were in the middle of discussing your shared recollection, I believe.
No, but Yrsa's decided to eat and Kaman's decided to follow her example and eat, which leaves Kie looking bewildered.
I swear it's not a true. I suppose, but what other explanation is there for that?
We don't have any proof.
If you cannot think of any explanation, then just let it go.
The dark forces.
Occam's razor, right?
Huh? What?
Foucault's pendulum?
Huh?
Common sense means easiest explanation is path of least resistance?
I remember this one. If you hear hoofs, think horses. Not giraffes.
Where did you hear that?
I think it was leadership school.
There's a voice from next to us, as one of the sort of the serving boy, kind of like when I was playing this. I couldn't help it over here, ma'am, but what about centaurs?
Yeah, you think of horses first.
But I mean,
If you hear talking as well, then maybe centaurs. But it could also be people riding the horses. So, you go and see with your eyes.
Could I get you more prata?
Yes, please, thank you. All the prata, all the yes.
He hands you more prata and says,
Or it could be a man holding 2 coconut shells. Sitting on a horse that's not moving.
See, that one is no common sense. Also a possibility. Never say never, but
Less likely.
less likely.
Have to use accent now that people are listening to us.
Shit. See, this is why I don't want to sleep back. It is very hard to go back to the other exit. I don't like sounding like a goblin. It's so irritating.
what I'm really enjoying is that Kie's expression is one that you've heard the most for the last 2 episodes that I've had to maintain, so it's quite pleasant seeing on someone else's face. So,
He feels very gaslighted.
Yeah.
what the hell is going on here?
You're talking about common sense.
Clop, 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 clop. Okay.
Agatha holding 2 coconuts. Yes.
So, a little more time passes. Are you going to do anything? It's actually, it's about 2 in the afternoon right now. So, you're tired enough to sleep if you want to. And you can definitely rest and choose to chill, or if you want to, you can wander around the village. The last thing you've heard Tamar said that they'd be leaving in 2 days' time.
Kaman's bringing up a plate that's piled high with carbs back to the room and succumbing to the food coma.
Okay, cool.
Elf food coma is this sick.
Yeah, it's like the strangest meditation ever. It's just elf with tiny little pot bellies.
Food trance.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. Are you waking up for food? Or?
I think that I've stayed passively under the covers, but the moment I see you go in the front, I'm like, I go and get the food.
Nice.
I go and eat a bit. Then I think I go next door and then I message through the door. Yrsa. No, sorry. Oh, sorry, wrong number.
Yeah. For police.
PA, you hear me? PA. Well, now you're there. Come on, PA. Come on. I'm just gonna keep calling.
I don't use WhatsApp anymore. Try me on Signal.
No. Who's there? Interrupting ship. You are waves, wind.
You've told that joke before.
Oh, come on, I knew you there. Come on, yes. Come on, yeah. Come on now.
Get out of my head.
Come on. No, we gotta talk about something. Come on.
What?
Come on now.
Nothing more to say to you.
I'm telling you, this dark force is following you. You better come out. Come on. Come on.
Come on, wait! What would we do?
Just come out of the room. I'm outside of the room. I'm going to talk to you. Come on out. Come on. I'm not going to stop messaging. Oh, there you are. All right, keep going. Right, come over here. Come. All right. Shh. All right, I'm sorry. He's trying to say I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm going to prove something to you, okay? Do you remember seeing something on that island that we trapped on?
Santi.
Yeah. So she told me that you were going to be followed by darkness. All right? I'm going to prove it to you now. Agatha! Agatha! My friends don't believe me. And she's right here, and like she's been attacked by vampires and griffins and all kinds of shit over the past few days.
All got attacked by vampires. It wasn't just
Like, you were right all along, but we got to prove it to her. She's really not careful. Right, she thinks like everything's going to be fine because she's young. Come on, Agatha.
so many
Show yourself.
insults.
Show yourself, Agatha. Oh, come on, Agatha, you're making me look bad. Agatha, she's right here.
Nothing's happening. Are you sure you're okay? You want to go get some sleep?
I'm telling
You
you,
didn't eat?
You're
sleeping with an egg.
Yeah, I am. All right, okay. Can you help me with this? Like,
With what?
can you help me hatch this egg? I've been trying. Like, are you good with animals?
You're
Come on.
sleeping with an egg.
Where did that song come from? Like,
Yrsa's on the way out to go to the bathroom. I don't know, I just came from it. Very nicely into the anyway. Shower.
oh, come on,
Yeah,
Kay,
so
help
if
me.
anything happens to the egg, if it's actually not alive anymore, you're gonna blame it on me
No, like,
because of my bad luck.
yeah, well, this is your chance to prove it that you're not cursed. Come on, Kay.
It's not my fault if the egg is damaged. You the one bringing it around.
All right, come on. Look, we're in this together. All right, we have to.
Now we're together.
All right, I'm sorry. Look, just help me hatch the egg, okay? Like, you're good with animals, right? Like in that Swingham monastery of yours, where you like raise your own animals for
How many
God knows
insults
what
can you fit
nefarious
into like
purposes.
2 minutes? I
Right.
am okay handling animals, but not egg.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Let's just try. Let's try.
Try what?
Try hatching the egg. Like, what should I do?
Like cracking it?
I don't know. What would you do if you had to hatch an egg, like a chicken egg, back in the monastery?
Leave it with its mother.
Yeah, well, his mother's dead. I'm his mother now. So, what are we gonna do? Come on, Kay. Come on, I'm counting on you. Come on, Kay. Come on, Kay.
Can I?
Wow, that is a very
Wrong. Casey, just so you know, next time you get a role in your campaign, you get it with advantage.
Kay, Kay, please don't beat up the egg.
I observe the egg.
You observe the egg.
Yeah.
Make a perception roll.
I'll help you observe the egg. Oh, look, there's a big egg.
Yeesh.
Does she get advantage on that?
Perception? No.
Okay.
10.
10.
Yeah.
It's an egg. Animal handling, though. The perception was going to help you with whether you got advantage on the difficulty on the animal handling. So make an animal handling roll.
Mama has that egg.
12.
12 on animal handling.
I don't want to do this. I was pressured into it.
Okay.
Okay.
one.
Okay, what?
Okay. You have an egg in your hands.
Ooh.
Was it hatching? Do you hear it say anything?
No.
Oh, God's sakes. You are cursed.
I didn't do anything.
Alright, you know what? It's alright. Hey.
This is mean. You come here.
Okay. Look, that was my bad. Alright. Look, I've been going
Okay,
about this
if I
way.
was bad luck, what do you expect? What do you say I should do? Go home? Leave the team?
No, I don't know. You're like, let's like be more honest with us. I feel like I've been like telling all these stories about my life and I don't know anything about anyone. Like, what are you here? Like, what's going on? Like, why do you join the team anyway?
Excuse me, sorry, coming through. And there's it's another small, so you haven't met him, but another Indian man, looking man, kind of wanders by with a large plate of food and goes and knocks on the Sihir Tamar's door and says, food, Mr. Tamar, and puts it down and walks back through you. You guys are having this conversation in the corridor, right? So.
Oh, there we go.
This is kind of-
In the room.
Oh, you're in the room?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't happen at all then. That would just be really strange. Sorry.
I'm studiously trancing. Trancing someone.
I'm examining the newfangled shower thing.
I mean, it's basically a fancy bucket.
Oh.
with holes in it. Like it's sort of basically the bucket doesn't end. You basically pull a lever, and then water comes out of it, and it just keeps going, and then you close it back, and then it just closes the bottom of the bucket.
Pail of endless water.
Yeah, it's basically like a permanent shower. It's not like it's hot water or anything, but it's not cold. It's
I
just
kind of want to steal
you
it now.
yeah, it's clearly
I don't understand why.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
to?
Pail of endless water.
yes, that is definitely something you probably want to wear it. It's just,
You're just in such a good mood, you start singing in it.
yeah, absolutely. Like this is the water just keeps on coming. In fact, for you, it's not like a shower; it's like a waterfall. It's amazing.
Hey, I don't know what you're thinking about. But hey, so come on, like, what are you doing here? Like, you're young, you had your life ahead of you in the monastery, more swingers to meet, have children with. What are you doing out here?
I joined the Escolta because I had really good training. I did really well on all my tests. So I dedicated my life to a purpose I believed in.
That's how much I believe.
The plains wolves have
That's all it sounds like to me. Alright.
What do you want to know?
I don't know, you know.
Tragedies I've
I know, it's just like, well, you don't ever say anything about yourself, you know, you're just like a suspicious little blood-covered little child.
It's never been my fault.
Oh, you know what, never mind, you know, fine, keep your secrets. I'm just going to spend time with my egg because the only member of the family cares about me. Alright.
I care about people.
He's an SAF scholar.
It's very insulting. I have been through real danger and I have lost
Behave.
my sister and friend.
You lost your sister?
The closest thing I had to a sister.
What happened to her?
She had to give a false trail because we were ambushed by assassins. And she died. And because of that, I was out of it for about 2 years and I was lost in life and trying to figure out what I could do then. And thankfully, I was found by our leader, Yrsa, and she helped me get back on a functional path. It's not a memory I like to share with everyone, but since you're taking all the chances to gaslight me and making it seem like I have all these weird curses or anything, I mean, maybe sadness is a weird curse. I don't believe that I set vampires on us. Thank you very much.
Yrsa comes back to the room.
Oh my god!
Smelling good and feeling fresh. Private! Go and wash your privates! She rummages through her pack, pulls out a bunch of like a
You received an order, Private.
bunch of petals.
I ran out of the room.
Wait, come back.
I come back.
So, the bucket is very special. You pour the liver, then the water will come down. But first, you take this.
You stole the bucket?
No. You take this sack of flowers. It's specially blessed, okay? Blessed
I was like, what?
by the god. Yeah.
Where
So
did you
when you shower, you take the flower and then you kind of shower yourself with the flower as well. It will help to clean you. So
you.
I don't know whether it'll work, but that's what my father used to do for me when he thought that I was being a bit unlucky.
I am lucky.
I know, but in case it might help.
Right, yeah.
Hopefully you won't get splattered with blood anymore.
Thank you for having my back.
Yes. Oh, the shower is fantastic. You should go and do it. Wash your privates. Go.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
The shower is, in fact, fantastic.
I take it Barra is in the room with Yrsa now.
Yes.
Did you hear everything?
I
Oh no,
yeah.
oh no, you're not. Yeah.
Hey, yes, sir. Yeah, I just want to say thanks for sharing this story about your wolf dog the other day. So I was in a really bad mood. But now that I know Athena's in a better place, everything's fine. And, hey, if I manage to hatch my egg, which I do, I'm gonna make the best wolf bird we ever had, alright? To make up for your dog.
Sorry, what?
Wolf bird. Bird.
It's a griffin.
Wolf.
There's no wolf in it.
You go for it.
It looks like an eagle
Yep.
crossed with a lion.
Oh, there we go. It's already a hybrid. So you had a wolf dog and you have an eagle lion.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have the best multiracial mascot ever.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we can work that into our crest.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'm going to go and sleep now because I haven't slept for a very long time and my eyeballs are about to fall out.
Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah. All right. Good night, great leader.
good night.
All right. Bye.
So you'll get back into your... No, you are in your room. So, Barra, you need to leave.
All right. I'll move left.
Thank you.
So, there's a moment where you start to leave your own room, and then you have that, what? This is my room. I'll get the hell out of here. This is okay, and you get clean. Return back to the room. You find Yrsa passed out on the bed. Barra, what are you doing?
I think I'm asleep. That's one. I feel a bit guilty. Next to my egg.
Okay.
But I fall asleep eventually.
And Kaman, you are kind of passed out. And
Blissfully
happily passed out.
food awares.
Wake up and then move yourself back into your meditative state after a brief food coma. You mostly get a night's sleep.
Yeah.
Or day's sleep, an afternoon sleep as it were. So it's about 2 o'clock, and after about 9-10 p.m. you're awake in the night, and you can choose to sleep again if you wish, but you have had a long rest. You can all take a long rest. Those of you that have taken some damage or used your spell slots or everything else, you get all that magical stuff back. It's all good. With the exception of
Oh no.
Kie.
Oh crap.
Oh
Shit. Wait, I don't get any rest.
Well, no, you do get the rest. Well, you may get the rest. Let's see. There's some rolls that need to be made.
Oh shit.
So
What you did?
you find yourself.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's not too bad. You find yourself drifting off to sleep, and as you do so, you hear the kind of complex conversation you just had with Barra and the one that preceded it, almost the antagonistic one that preceded it, are kind of rattling in your head. And you know that feeling of like you're struggling to sleep even though you're tired. And then so you get like overtired, cranky, and then you're just kind of there and you're huffing and trying to sleep and turning. And eventually you feel like you have that half moment and you get that sense of falling.
No,
like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
"Oh," and it kind of sit up again for a sec. Yrsa just fully just like, exhausted sleep. She's doing great. And as you sit up and you look to the side of you,
Oh god.
you see a one-eyed,
Oh shit. I'm so scared. Like,
you see a one-eyed, leather-covered man sat, and there's a seat in this room, there's a chair in this room. It's just as you pulled it up by your bedside and it sort of sat in that chair. And you just hear a very quiet voice that says, "You're not going crazy, you know this. It's not what's happening here."
Yrsa. Yrsa.
She can't hear you right now.
I try to move away from it as fast as possible. Very slowly.
I mean, so Yrsa's in one bed, you're in the other. This creature
Oh, it's in
is
the middle?
sat in the chair in the middle, right close to your bed, but not creepy, but not hostile. Right? Like he's
Wait,
sort of
but
there.
it's the thing that's it.
Yeah, 100%. So it's creepy that it's there. It's fucking terrifying, but it's not like he's there like with a dagger ready to stab you or anything, right? He's not doing anything overtly aggressive towards you, but he's there going, "Yeah, you're not going crazy."
It's like serious, like nightmare. Is the shelf above me?
Yes.
I try to jump up onto the shelf. Is that okay? Because I just wanna have like some distance, and I'm generally more comfortable in higher spaces.
You are a halfling. Make an acrobatics check. It's not a very big shelf.
But I'm what? 28.
like a cat.
cat,
You
yeah.
just manage a four-legged jump, like from the ground, and then you're up on the shelf. So you're there, stood on the shelf, like sort of like crouched down on the shelf. You hear the shelf go. It's not like halflings are still quite big, right? You're the size of sort of like a young boy or a young girl, and
Don't you know
so
this? Yes, you do.
make a perception roll.
Yes, you do? Just thinking about all the
11?
Asian ghost stories I've ever heard.
So you crack an eye.
Sorry, no. 13.
So you crack an eye,
Yes.
and as you do so, you just see like Kie is for some reason just like, struggling to sleep and is sort of fiddling around with a shelf or something.
Why are you on top of the shelf?
There's something here. The second is here. Do you see? He's in a chair by my bed. Do you see?
Do I see a chair by her bed?
Oh my god.
Do I see a chair?
Oh, chair, yes.
There's something in the chair. He's talking to me.
I reach out to the chair and I do the
Darkness.
And what?
There's nothing in the chair either.
Oh,
You now see nothing in this chair.
come down from the shelf. I catch you. Don't
I
scare.
feel like I'm just gonna start crying now.
Okay, tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
I was trying to sleep and I couldn't sleep because of all the things that were happening, all the survey team politics and
Survey politics.
the thing just now, the meeting, that was really mean. But anyway,
Okay.
and then suddenly I woke up and next to my bed and in the chair it was the thing that I killed. The thing that the body one was.
The one-eyed man.
Yes! And he said, you're not crazy, you know. And I don't think I am because I really saw him and I really heard him, but now he's gone.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I go out of our room, I go to their room, I knock on the door.
I follow.
Let's move our ears away from the wall.
Watch his privacy.
and
No, but what if you tell
Yes.
Barra this
Kaman,
and
can you come with me for a moment?
do you want me to get back?
No,
No.
just you.
Barra just like,
Good luck with the egg. Right.
okay.
What's the matter?
Can you help me to sense if there's any magic in our room?
I saw the one-eyed man again.
Just
He
sense
my bed.
the magic.
I pull out the intan. Okay, for this I use intan. Cast is like magic.
So the whole place radiates a very, very light abjuration magic. In fact, everywhere you look does.
Oh, nice.
That's possibly your passive arcana is what?
What is that?
Just a moment,
Abjuration.
please. Passive arcana.
What abjuration? Abjuration. That's not
There are 9 schools of magic.
15.
That's more than enough. This is it's a sort of, it's like a continuous prestidigitation spell. That's one of the reasons why this place is so clean.
Impressive.
And so
That's expensive too.
yeah, and it sort of is a very, it keeps. In fact, thank you, Casey. That's
Yes,
exactly
thank
right.
you.
It sort of it basically abjuration is a type of protective magic. And in this case, it's there to keep everything fresh and in a reasonably wholesome state. Beyond that, you see there are what are your magic items again?
None.
You have none. You
Sort
see
of sharpness.
well, it's a bit more than a sort of sharpness now, but you see that Kie's sword is a sort of a brilliant glow, as always. You see the goggles that she normally carries. You see a couple of other sort of minor bits. The intan that often is carried around. Obviously, that glows like it's a flare.
I don't see
But-
anything out of the ordinary.
How about this chair?
You
This chair.
Like what about the chair? Like I look at the chair.
He
It's
was there and he said I wasn't crazy.
who was here
At this point, I wish I was.
The one-eyed man that she killed.
in this chair.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Yrsa would have heard it.
Barra has like snuck over. What did I tell you?
Jesus!
Hey, I don't know when you only called the command and not me. Look, I could have helped.
Yeah, you could have. And just I wanted him to see if there's magic. And I didn't want to take you away from your egg. But since you're here, do you want to see if there's any traces of...
I can't see anything. I see an empty chair. I see a very upset PA. Look, something's obviously up.
I checked the window just in case. Do we have a window in this room?
Well, there's a window, but there's the make an investigation check for me.
There is a
Can
window.
I arrow him to do it?
You can ask, yeah.
No, actually I'll ask Barra since she's here. He's here. Barra, and can you take a look at the window?
Yeah,
Maybe
the nice window.
by the window.
Okay, I'll do like.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You are
window.
very smart.
Oh, thanks.
And not so smart, so I don't say.
Oh, no, I don't say that. Okay, yeah, I'll have a look.
Just throw my intel.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Is that perception? Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Investigation. All right, that's a 23.
What would you like to know about the window?
If there's any sign of it having been, I don't know, jimmy open, if there's any, I don't know, like claw marks.
With a roll of 23, you feel reasonably comfortable. The last time this window was opened was probably this morning. Both windows were open and then closed in some, reasonable succession.
Look, there's nothing in here. Okay, well, I'm telling you, like, if there's something you need to get off your chest, like you should, all right, Kie? There's obviously,
I already
I don't know,
told
it's
you
healthy.
that this thing has been haunting me. I've already said everything.
I actually trust her, Barra. It's just that she may not know. It could be some curses.
I mean, the body did go missing.
Yeah, but there's been no body here. All right, you know what? Like, it'll set your mind at ease, I suppose. Like, we've had a bit of rest. We could go into the night. What do you think? Check out this perfect little town.
If it's a perfect little town, don't you think there wouldn't be much happening at night?
Yeah, well,
Other than the bluebird?
look. So either there's something happening or there isn't. So what's going on? So either Kie's going crazy because of the dark forces that I was trying to warn you guys about, or there's something and we should go look for it. So I don't like it when there's something we're supposed to do when you don't want to do it. Like, what are we supposed to be doing now?
Barra, how do you think we should help Kie?
I don't know. Like,
We should help her by supporting her and making
what?
sure
making
that
shit up.
she doesn't get spooked by things that she's seeing that other people cannot see.
Like, so what are we supposed to do about that?
So, if only she can see it and we
Yeah.
can't see it,
Uh-huh.
we can ask her if things like
God.
this happen to let us know, and then we try to help
And
her
we do
through
the
it.
same thing and we like investigate the room and nobody's been in here and there's no magic. And obviously it's
Hold on. Thank you all for coming and checking out the room. And then I agree that yes, if your sources are correct, something dark is indeed following here.
yeah.
Evidenced by the fact that she has seen this creepy man a number of times already, right? So let's agree on that fact. Tick, correct. Kie is haunted by dark forces. Okay? Good. Now, second point of problem here is she sees the creepy man, but we cannot.
Yep.
And he always fucks off before we can appear and wake up or anything. So clearly, we need to do something about that. But the big problem is we don't know what the fuck he is.
So I think that if only Kie can see the creepy man, Kie needs to have a conversation with him before pulling us in to find out what it is that he wants. And maybe if it is he's real, then maybe we can do something to help that. But at the moment, we can't talk to him. He disappears as soon as we turn up. So she's just gonna have a face of fears.
Yeah, that one
You
is my
could say
fault.
that nicely.
Please, she's gonna have a face of fucking fears. Please. Ugh.
You're gonna get old someday.
No! No! Bill! Your face is no!
Okay.
No! I'm a young man.
Okay. I tell you what, how about we go out for a walk, breathe in the fresh air and see the village.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
middle of the night, sure.
As you look outside, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
It is about 10 o'clock in the mountain village, right? Like pretty much every light has been put out. Like there's a couple of places that have got like lanterns out just as kind of like literally as night lights so that people are able to navigate by. But beyond that, it is black.
Okay, change of plans. Everybody go back to your own room. We'll talk about this in the morning over breakfast, which I assume will be amazing.
I mean, you're not that far from the forest though. If you want to wander around the forest and
Yeah, I think we should check out the forest.
This is,
Right? 'Cause that's where creepy things come from.
Why? Because you want to find the fountain of youth that you need.
Okay,
Yeah,
very good.
Cheers, you have a lot.
How are you?
Okay. I'm a young man. No, I'm not scared of going to a forest because I'm young.
You're not. You're
And
not
nothing
scared.
hurts
Yes,
me.
you're
Okay,
very-
invincible.
Lungs you will limit, okay? Everybody go back to your room.
Don't punch me.
Okay, wait, we're going back.
Okay, I believe you. But at the same time, I don't know how to help you now. So, as Barra has suggested, try talking to the guy. If not, punch him. You know? If he died once, he can die again. So if you punch him and he bleeds, then you know for sure he's real.
What if he does?
Then maybe it's a figment of your imagination. But it's okay. Nowadays got cure for that also. We will find you a good cleric.
That's actually a good idea. I will try to face my fears and talk to him.
And if talking doesn't work, yeah, remember, punch him.
Okay.
Punching solves everything. Okay? In the meantime,
A shirt.
I really think it's because you are too tired. So, just go to your bed, lie down. Come.
Can we join our beds?
Okay. I pushed our beds together. I big spoon her.
Mhm.
Random lullaby from the old village.
You manage to fall asleep again quite happily, Yrsa.
Yrsa, I thought you were going to say me.
And you begin to drift back to sleep again.
I am big spoon.
Yeah. Some time passes. The night carries on. Big Spoon moves off to take up 3/4 of the bed, as always, and you find yourself again sort of falling and drifting awake again. And you see the chair is by your bed again, and single-eyed figure is there and saying, "You've got to not fight this, you know."
Fine. I'm not fighting. What do you want?
It's not really what I want. I don't have any choices in what I want anymore. You don't understand. Oh, I see. Oh, dearie me. Oh dear. Shit. Right. And there's a moment as he pauses and stops and just kind of internalizing things, and then it's kind of like, you can make a insight roll.
18.
Okay. The insight you have is that this creature is probably just going to come and taunt you and fuck with you a little bit, but for some reason has, based on what you've just said, is actually now a little bit more concerned and scared than
Of me?
just actually in general. Just more of a there's definitely a change in demeanor. That sort of cocky, brash taunting has sort of fallen away a little bit to I'm not the best tutor. In fact, if anything, I'm just I'm just where'd you get that sword from?
An underground cave thing. I
mean, honestly, I was going to stop with the taunting, but now you've kind of put me straight back on track with underground cave thing.
A lot of things have happened since then.
Did you not know? Was it?
I have Barra to make fun of me already. So
Okay.
Just get to it.
I was trying to. Where did you find the sword?
Underground cave thing.
She checking her notes.
You can check back tomorrow.
No. He sort of looks at you and goes, okay. What do you know of the Deathless?
First I've heard of it.
Not to be confused with that inane conversation about the undead and the dead and someone's Auntie Mabel, whatever the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious why you know I heard that conversation.
I mean, you're everywhere now. Kind
No.
of given up.
I'm in the sword.
What?
Okay. Alright, let me run this through you again. For as long as I've remembered, I've not been able to die. And it sounds crazy, but that's probably now going on 200 years. I was born, and then they tried to kill me, and I didn't die, and then I kind of ran off, and I learned a few things, and then I died, and I fell off a cliff, and then I didn't die, and then I was killed in an ambush, and I didn't die. I came back. A whole bunch of things like that happened. And I remember I met a strange witch woman once. And she said to me that I was doomed to a fate to never actually die. But that my peace would be found one day. And I never really knew what that meant. And she said that I would... She said something that didn't quite make sense. She said I'd find it through, the way of flames. And then she said something about, well, it only made sense when I saw you. She said something about the way of flames, and then you were using some attack thing, and then some other thing, and then, there's something about that sword that stopped me from reforming. Normally what happens is I die, and then I just kind of, people say it's like I turn into mulch. It's happened 50 or 60 times already.
It's a bit sad.
It's not pleasant. Wouldn't exactly say I've kept my sanity out the whole thing, would I? But at the same point, what happened this time? Seems I'm forever stuck inside your sword.
So what happens to you when I use the sword? Is there anyone else in there with you?
You really don't know.
No, I don't know.
Let me see if he'll come up. There's a moment, and the body just disintegrates. And then it comes back again. And you're just like, okay, I'm not going crazy now. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And then it says, the old man says it's not time yet for him to meet you. Says everything has a time and a place, and it's not now.
So it's not just you in the sword.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's not me. There's thousands of buggers like me inside.
You, the underground cave thing was a really bad idea.
Hi, Kie. A message. I couldn't sleep. I'm going for a walk in the forest. Want to come?
No!
I think we've got things to sort out. Is he still there?
As soon as that message came in, disappeared.
Okay. Oh no, you hear me. Let's go for a walk in the forest.
You get smacked by an arm as Yrsa turns on.
Oh. Can you come into the room for a bit? And bring Kaman with you.
Lock the door.
It's unlocked now.
Let's go for a walk in the forest. Come on.
Cyclops man! Where are you?
What? Where is he? Where is he?
Where?
It's Cyclops man. Where? I want to see him.
I don't know. That was the last thing that I remember after before we fell asleep.
Yeah, well, where is he? He's not like, do we imagine anything?
I took your advice
Yep.
and I had a conversation with him.
Okay.
Wait, he came back. He really came back.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and then.
And then?
And does anyone remember the place where we got all these things? My
What things?
sword.
Oh, the sword. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like in the dome.
Yeah, well, what was it called?
It was like a crypt.
Yes, there was a crypt, and then there were 3 coffins, and then there were 3 chests.
Was there a name?
I believe that it was Daranese, a hero of the Daranese Empire, who was interred within that shrine.
Yep. Maybe this belongs to him.
Apparently, he's in here.
Who?
What?
Cyclops man is in the sword.
Oh, okay. And make him come out.
Along with apparently thousands of other people.
Why? So if you kill someone with a sword, they get trapped in there?
I didn't really get to the specifics because someone knocked at the door in my mind and then he disappeared.
So it is a curse.
It's a curse.
Well, not on me, it's on the sword.
But you're
You
the wielder.
the
of
wielder
the
of the
sword.
sword.
Can you all not point the finger? When you point one finger, 3 point back at you, you know?
You're the wielder of the sword.
Wasn't it one of you who wanted to go into the thing?
I did that exact thing when I was 7 years old. My mum used to say that to me as well.
7 years old.
Just a quick thanks, Grim, for the cheer.
And Richard says, "Here dies a big suspect." So they-
Amazing.
Oh, thanks again, Grim.
Okay, no, okay. I know what we should do. We need to go for a walk in the forest.
For what?
Okay, well, hey, what do we know? We don't know anything about this sword, right? I mean, like.
That it holds people in it?
Yeah,
What
okay.
if all the
What
other
we need
things
to
they
do
all got
is
were
we
cursed?
need to go and kill this small thing. And see if it gets trapped in the sword. It comes to visit you. Hopefully, it kills something
But we
small.
have killed many things with the sword since then, and none of them have visited me except for this one. And
What did he say? What's special
he
about him?
also said that he.
No, wait. Let's think about this. Did you kill anything else other than that man?
Yeah, there was like sea creatures.
Oh, yeah.
No, sea creatures were before.
No, it was after.
It was after.
No, it was after.
It was after.
Because we came out of the underground.
Yeah, what I want to say is we're having this conversation where people can hear us talk about these things.
No, the sea creatures were definitely before you killed the Cyclops guy.
It's like no. It's in before. It's after, I got the sword.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But did you kill them with the sword?
The most recent one.
Yeah, I thought you killed them with the sword.
So I think so.
Oh, okay. What was special about this guy? What do you think? Like, did he say he was like special in any way? Or
Yes. So he said that he cannot die.
Ah.
He's died and kind of resurrected like 50 times.
You killed
do I
an
know anything about
immortal?
deathless?
Hmm?
Do I know anything about
Why are
it?
you
Yeah, make
mulch? He described it as like he turns into mulch.
Turns to
make a history check for
Can
me, but
I
you can
make
make it with advantage, Barra.
Oh.
You can make a history check, but it's not
Why with advantage?
because she's a bard.
Oh,
I know everything.
14 on my history check.
It's not good enough for you, I'm afraid. Come
Oh shit! Oh, it was really bad. 11. 9.
on. No, like you remember there's between like you and Kaman, you could probably like think there's some stories or something, but like you'd have to get back to you need a bard of lore or something like that. They're the ones that really know.
I'm a handsome bard. I don't know. But
Okay. But nevertheless, it sounds like you've definitely gotten yourself into something really complicated and bad. Can you get rid of the sword?
Yeah, we should get rid of the sword.
yeah. I can try.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? This sword is a very powerful item, right? We can't just junk it by the side of the road because what if somebody else takes it and then starts stabbing people? And then more people get trapped inside?
Should I sell it?
That was not where the direction was going.
But why? Then it's someone else's problem and I get gold. But I mean, this person hasn't killed the Cyclops, so the
my
Cyclops
darkness.
wouldn't be interested in haunting them. Right?
I was thinking more like maybe we go and meng xin, we go and find a god or like a crag or something and then talk to them and ask them if they know, if they can tell us a bit more about this cursed item.
Alright, yeah.
Tell us a bit more about
Maybe
this.
there's a sage in
Ah,
other than I clearly don't know. Maybe there's a sage in the village.
Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah. Like a local church or something.
I mean, Kaman, you're very good at what you do, but you're quite young, so you don't
I'm only 95, so
Yeah.
I really don't know these things.
you don't look a day over 20.
Does Kaman know how old he is?
Somebody told him.
Okay.
Not long after he was rescued.
Right, they
Somebody-
they aged him by the rings or
Yeah.
something. It's just- yeah, exactly. It's like,
Rings. What the heck?
It's in the sea elf armpit.
Alright.
And so,
Well,
yeah, let's wait till morning.
Hey.
And in the meantime, if he comes back,
Ask him more questions.
you talk to him.
Okay, but he also said that he talks to this auntie.
What?
What?
He has a voice that's told him that. Okay, maybe I'm very.
No,
sleepy.
you can say all this. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
perfectly reasonable misinterpretation.
Yeah. Okay. So he has a voice that had told him that he will never die.
Okay.
Does that sound familiar?
No. No. Oh yeah. I mean no.
No.
Shifty eyes. No.
No.
Nobody
So
even ever
you
say
were
that.
trying to call a voice.
No.
I mean, you were trying to call a voice, but it sounds like he has a voice too.
Well,
That said that he would achieve. Okay, he said that he would achieve peace with some fire thing. So maybe that was my
Fire. You're gonna step the sword of fire.
fire. That was my
Fire snake.
Yes.
But was your sword on fire when you killed him?
I don't remember.
All right. You know.
But I mean, I can use fire if I want to.
All right. You know. Get everybody out of the room. Everybody out.
It's my room.
No. Everybody out.
I was sleeping.
Okay. You know what? I'll just be really specific about this. All right. This
You're
is for-
basically in nightclothes.
This is for your own good. Okay.
What are you doing?
I take I go back to my room. I take my rapier. Fine. You want to have a good night's sleep? All right.
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna. I just nick her gently on the arm. Did that hurt?
I'm going to let this happen.
Up to you.
No, I don't. I step away like
No.
hell.
Hey, no, come on.
Barra,
Look,
what were you trying to do?
Look, I can cast sleep, but there's a limited number of hit points. Right? So I have to like wound you a little bit.
No,
You're too powerful. No,
It's okay.
come
I
on
am
here.
very tired.
No,
I don't
no,
think I need the
no,
help.
no. This works. All right, just give me your hand.
No.
All right, I use the hilt to just like bash her gently on the head. All right, this is fine.
Wait, Barra,
Good.
So
No.
you can make an attack roll because I'm presuming you're not letting her do this.
No.
Make an attack roll.
Come on.
Remember you have the gauntlets of ogre power
Like
on.
you're really
so
powerful.
She's trying to do stunning damage.
Take it down a few points.
Non-lethal. Doesn't
Alright.
even exist in 5th Ed.
Okay, I'm right. It's +7. So. Oh, this is 26.
I mean, that's a hit.
I'm gonna roll damage.
In the meantime, hello, Ribbon Skins. Welcome
Yes,
to
thank you, Ripple Skin. Thank you for the follow.
Sorry
Hey.
for the weird message.
Alright.
You're just letting this
Welcome to the
happen.
fourth culture where,
What happened
you
to
know,
saying your friend?
we're trying to see if it
I'm
works.
doing
the way to
damage.
handle a traumatized party member is by poking them with a rapier.
9 damage. Alright, yeah, I told you not.
But she bumped you in the
No, but she moved, so I told you not to move. Alright?
So what is going on?
No,
Okay,
it's
stop.
fine,
Okay,
good.
stop.
Okay, how many hit points do you have left?
11. Can I use a 10 point for this?
They would still be part of your
Oh, shit, I forgot to get 10
temporary
hit
hit
points.
points. Yes,
11 minus 9 is.
2.
2. You still have
Alright.
2 temporary hit points.
Oh,
The
no.
fourth culture, proving that Asians around the world can't do maths.
We told you. You asked enough. I don't try anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
go.
no math table.
No, I gotta go again.
Barra, stop.
No.
Stop it!
Barra, stop. Just stop. Please, stop.
I'm gonna put it to sleep.
All right, there's a much better way to do this.
No.
There's a much
This
that
works.
doesn't involve anyone stabbing anyone. All right.
Okay.
I could just sleep. I'm tired.
So,
I'm very tired.
Alright, tell you what. Okay.
And sleep only lasts for a minute.
Yeah, but after that might help.
You woke up the last time. You can't sleep on yourself.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Why is everybody shouting? What the hell is going on?
Nothing happening. We find cockroach in cupboard. Ha ha. No more cockroach. Bye.
Okay.
You found a cockroach in my inn?
Oh
no,
no. We brought it. We brought it. Now the cockroach.
Why do you bring cockroaches?
The cockroaches.
What the hell is wrong with you people? Just go to sleep.
The rochi pool.
All right. So
The rochi... You didn't hear that, obviously.
Cross between a poodle and a roach.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
Okay,
so,
I know. What we need to do is to get Yrsa to punch.
Oh my god.
You need
What
to
is
punch
happening?
here.
Barra,
I'm so
and once she's
tired.
Barra, we are going to go back to our room. And
Yes,
Yrsa
please.
is going to take care of Kie. And everything's going to be all right because the guy in a sword can't kill her.
Yeah, that's true. He can be tricky.
Because she's already killed
I
him.
am over being afraid of him because I'm so tired and frustrated
Okay.
and been
Fine.
attacked in many ways today.
All right, Kie, you're with Yrsa. You're going to be fine.
Good night.
Barra and I are going to go back to our room, and I'm sorry about him, but let's just go.
Sure? It's gonna be some really good sleep.
Come on, Barra, you're still wearing those stupid gauntlets. Now,
Alright, let's go.
let's go.
I locked the door again.
Okay, so clearly what needs to happen is I need to see you go to sleep first. Okay? You settle down.
It would be nice if you could sing again.
Can I can. What's a good lullaby? Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I want. No, you're not. You just said you're asleep. What is it? That's not how sleeping works. Close your eyes and go the fuck to sleep. Twinkle, twinkle.
Passive aggressive lullabies. Now on sale for all parents.
How I want.
Every parent out there. Triggered.
Does she go to sleep?
Yes.
Does DM say she goes to sleep?
Thanks for the cheer, group.
Thank you, Graham. Yeah, you fall asleep without any particular difficulty. You
Now
see her go to
I'm
sleep.
awake.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Pack up my stuff, arrange things, do the auntie shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So you sort out all your
Eye on
stuff. You basically take a bit of time to go through your gear, making sure it's been a long 10 or so days plus the time on the boat. Since you had a chance to sort your gear out properly. Yeah. It's all
I check on that box that we brought with us that I put the little locket inside. Just take it out and take a look.
So the locket is still exactly the way it was. It's sort of a nothing of any particular. I thought you'd also put some intan in the box as well.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah. So the intan's still there. The locket's still there. Nothing of any great mystery has happened there. So you go through your gear, finding it all there. I think you find yourself short a length of rope, and that's about it, right? So it's all tickety boo.
Cool. In the other room, Kaman saying to Barra, can we please agree that your solution to anybody who is an ally's problem is not to stab them?
No, I'm just trying to bring down her hit points so that I could send her to sleep. Alright, she's just too powerful. It's for her own good.
So
And
can
then she'd
we
sleep and then she'd heal.
agree
What?
that we should never try to attack
Give me
an
the points you
ally?
have.
It's like the 7-year-old.
I have way too many for you to cast sleep on.
I could cast at level 2.
You could do that, it's true. But can we please, Barra, stop
Cast at level 3 if you want.
trying to use and attack spells?
No, I'm tired of just people talking down to me all the time. I'm really smart. Yrsa says I'm really smart.
Yes,
Okay?
you are.
I am smart.
So why are you
Don't-
stabbing your
No, just it's for
teammates?
our own good. Alright, sometimes you gotta go through a bit of pain to get through what you want. Alright, I know that better than anyone.
But what if she doesn't want that?
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta do things you don't want so that the people around you are safe, okay?
But also, wouldn't it be nice if they
Yeah.
got to decide for themselves? And we could help them decide.
Well, sometimes you decide and you regret it anyway, so, yeah, whatever. Look, I'm going out for a walk in the woods. You coming?
Yes.
Alright, let's go.
What are we looking for?
I don't know, we're looking for some peace and quiet.
Fine, peace and quiet. I pull out my iron sword. Peace and quiet. Peace and quiet.
So you go off with
Going out for a
light
walk in the woods.
blazing.
Brightly lit and with a gem around.
So we're going to take a short break, during which we will see what happens after when we come back. We'll see what happens with your little jaunt in the woods and how the rest of your sleep goes.
That's still up in the air.
We should be back in, I think, about 10 or 15 minutes or so, folks. We'll send out another message and tweet and various other things. Thanks for sticking by us. Thanks for everybody that's Ripping Skins, Grim SG, everybody else that's been watching. We'll see you in about 10 or 15 minutes. Cheers.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to the Fourth Culture. Now, where were we? Where are we?
Where are we?
There's some interesting lag going on with Twitch at the moment. We can't see ourselves on our screen monitor, so if you can see us, hello everybody. Yay, we're back. Super. So, where were we? Yes, you were attempting, Kie, to
I
go
was
back to
already
sleep.
asleep.
Indeed, you were already asleep and being watched over by Jembadar Yrsa over here, and Barra and Kaman. You had decided to do what exactly?
A rage stroll.
To the forest.
Angry stroll through the forest in the middle of the night.
Okay then.
With
Well,
Barra being well lit
Yes.
and Kaman following the well lit Barra.
so as you step out of the front of the Vermilion Cassowary, you can. I mean, all roads are pretty much equal to you right now. Like there's downhill and uphill, and there is pretty much left and right. Like it's sort of a dark night.
I'm gesturing out. Well, there's the forest and the forest. So which forest?
Let's go to the right.
Right forest.
Yes.
People would like to know what you're eating.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I see.
Peanuts!
There is an amazing chef in this facility in which we stream from.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Peanuts. Okay.
So we're very lucky indeed. And you're going to the right forest, is that?
The right.
Is that
Yes.
the correct forest?
We're going to the right forest.
Or the incorrect
Also
forest?
correct.
The
Yes.
Ah.
Correct right forest.
the correct right forest.
Yeah.
As opposed to the incorrect left forest.
Yes.
Got it. So you sort of wander, and there's, like I said, there's paths, this place is immaculate, and you sort of make your way out of the village. It doesn't take very far. There's sort of 4 or 5 houses between you and then the darkness of the forest. As you start to head towards that direction, you pass kind of on the left-hand side, because you've got your blasting light out in front of you. You see there is a lumber mill. And as you carry on past that lumber mill, and it's sort of the road then starts to become less paved and cobblestone and starts just becoming hardened earth. You carry on a bit further and you begin to hear a perception roll, please, from you guys.
Oh, 12.
Oh my dice.
Nah.
Why did you take my dice?
This is my dice.
Then where are my dice?
Right in front of you.
See now you're snacking.
No, it's
inspire
fine.
other people to snack as well.
Sorry.
10. So after a while, you hear the sound of rushing water. And another sort of 10 minutes or so passes as you kind of are wandering through, and you begin to approach the sound of wood slapping against water, and you see the looming shape of a watermill up ahead of you.
Watermill.
Okay.
And that's right by this sort of the sluice gates on the far side of the watermill. Kind of there, you look down and you can see that the light that you have kind of highlights the sort of the creek and the river as it runs further down. And a bit further away, you can see there's just a sort of slight ripple. There's a little bit of light in the air, and a slight ripple of what might be a lake or something like that.
Did you eat the prata?
Yeah, I ate a bit.
Was it good?
It was not bad. Cold.
It was-
By the time you brought it back.
But still not bad.
Yeah, but it was cold.
I've been wondering about that.
Yeah?
Why is everything so good in this
Well, it
village?
was cold. But you took time to bring it back.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't ask me to heat it up, so you just ate it.
How we can heat it up?
Firebolt.
Oh, what? And you think that I go too far when I'm trying to solve problems? You're gonna firebolt my product?
Well, you said you wanted something. You said you wanted something more. No, what I'm saying is, why is everything so perfect in town?
Well, I don't know. It's just a nice town. Why do you have to second guess everything? Look, here we are in front of a stream. All right, I'm determined that I'm going to help somebody in the party today. So there's a stream here. There's a lake. There's lots of water. You are a sea elf. You lost your memory.
Right?
So stick your head in the water and see if you remember anything.
You think that me sticking my head in the lake?
I think, you're out of your element. So, water's your element. So stick your head in the water and find out if you remember anything.
You do realize that I'm perfectly fine outside. As I'm getting down on all fours, I'm perfectly fine out of water, right?
I know. Yeah, I know.
And
But
there's every chance that as I lower my head into this dark waters, that a crocodile could bite
okay,
it off or
like
something.
don't lower your head. Just like go in like your full body, so like you don't mess up the makeup I gave you. Okay. And
So,
maybe
so
you
not the
remember
face,
something.
but the rest of the
Yeah,
body.
the rest of the body's fine.
Fine.
Just get in there. All right.
Soggy clothes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wade into the water.
It is a beautiful, crisp, high mountain top.
This is ridiculous, Barra.
it
The
pleasant?
water is incredibly refreshing.
Yeah, it's
No.
amazing. Like it's freezing cold. Like,
No.
It's cold, but
No,
refreshing.
Barra's not afraid of cold.
It's cold.
Barra takes off his armor.
So cold in
Pitch
the
black.
mountain stream.
I know, but
Oh, are you doing it on your abs yourself?
I know, but it's like, can I not?
Oh yeah, you can hold it like a sword. Yeah, of course you can.
So
Yeah.
I can leave it by the side.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, and even as you shine the water into the shine the light into the water, it's crystal clear, and you can see that there's sort of like you look down and
There's
there's
nothing.
rocks, and it's not.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
All right.
Do you remember anything?
Do you remember the time? Oh, do you remember the time?
All I can think of right now is how incredibly pleasant this water is compared to getting.
Mary, you were young and innocent then. Do you remember the time?
Hey, wait a minute.
Harry,
Wait, just a
You
moment.
weren't so hairy?
You remember those fish people that attacked us
Yep.
when we were trying to get away?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
The ones with the teeth that look like sharks?
Yeah, they couldn't blow on a flute.
Yeah, made no sense for them to be able to use musical instruments.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You remembered something.
do you remember
No,
the
I mean,
time?
yeah, they were there.
What? Where?
Not long before.
Your memory.
Before my memory cut out. I saw them.
What do you see them doing? What do you see them? This is good. This is good shit. All right. What do you see them doing?
I think they're eating me alive.
What?
What?
One of them's, all I can think is, oh, they're pulling out my intestines now.
What?
That one has my arm,
Are you doing this?
and I feel like my foot's going. And you,
All right.
you,
No.
you see Kaman's eyes
Hey.
start to widen.
What the hell?
Okay, I don't know whether I should let you push further and remember more, or whether I should stop this. Okay, let's go a bit further. What else do you remember?
Barra, they killed me.
What? No, they didn't go right here. Hey, right here. Hey, all right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna like touch
I
you
died.
much. That's why I'm topless.
I died. Barra, I died.
No,
I'm not.
no, you're here. You're here.
One other thing comes to mind as you recalling your earlier self, and you have these visions, these terrifying visions of your own death. You have a strange flashback, maybe even a day before that, to just washing your face, and you had no gem.
Barra, I died. This wasn't here when I died.
Okay, so we have to make sure that doesn't come off. Hey, you alright? Are you okay? Hey, okay,
I don't think I'm the same person, Barra.
right, yeah, okay,
I don't think
hey,
this is me. At least not who I was before I died.
okay, but if it makes a difference, I think you're an awesome person now.
Who did I used to be?
We'll find out. We'll go back and find these fish people. So, we've got connections, right? Remember somebody told us that Athena was now the queen of corals? Does that ring a bell to you? Maybe we can get in touch with her and we can find out. Maybe they don't know who we were.
Make a intelligence saving throw. It's not bad. It's just a way of working out how much comes back.
18.
You can remember a few other interactions with the King of Corals.
So, about that, the King of Corals.
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
he's
Do you remember the time?
he's not a good thing.
What do you mean? Like,
He ruled.
got absolute mind?
He's very old.
Oh yeah, that sucks. No, but you know, you might be like a nice person. You know, like some girls like they don't go for like
Yeah,
looks.
he's not even a he. If that
What?
makes sense.
What do you mean? Like there's some sort of like sexy and like girl and girl.
He's
What?
a thing that lives deep in the ocean
What? What?
and can't leave his domain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the queen, he needs a queen. He needs a new queen
What?
every
What?
time the old queen
What?
dies.
Why did the old queen die?
Usually of old age.
Okay, but like she's happy, right? Like she's a queen, right? Like what is being a queen?
To rule his domain with him.
Right? Yeah, that's not so bad. Right? What are you saying?
His dark domain of the depths where none shall pass without his will to make him laugh.
What?
And they shall cry that no end the darkness in the depths.
Hey,
For he is king, and he shall always be the land under the sea.
hey.
And Kaman starts chanting
Yeah, exactly.
and mumbling, and you see his eyes are closed, but
Oh no.
the gem in his head is glowing brighter and brighter. It's almost as if he's chanting incantation.
Hey, no. Hey, stop
You've
that.
heard- it's almost like you've heard this before when people are summoning things.
No, stop that. Stop doing it. Okay.
Kaman keeps going.
Don't make me use this.
No.
Oh, shit. I wasn't sure. Oh, no, I don't want to hurt you.
Punching people is always a good idea.
Yeah, punching people is always a good idea. All right. Okay, so you've got this scary gem on your head that absorbs spells. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm like, all right. And use my rapier to attack Kaman.
It's like you hear these words on the sound of the wind.
You're always with me, Survey Team 3 for life. Right, here we go.
Use the fist, Luke. Use the fist.
Okay,
I will always be with you.
use my rapier just to like poke him, slice a nick in his arm. Oh shit. It's 14. Is that right? Did I hit?
If you're in the middle of a spell, I'd give you advantage on that
Yeah.
because he's not moving.
not holding a shield. Yeah, you hit.
18.
Yeah, it's definitely hit.
Yeah.
So roll for
Hey.
damage.
Snap. Oh, okay.
That's the
7. Hey! Ow! Don't make me use this twice in one night.
The light fades and his eyes open.
What? What the hell were you saying?
Ow!
Shit! You piece of shit!
What was I
What the
saying?
hell? You're saying some sort of shit. You're like,
Why you scared me?
about
Ow!
like the King of Quarrels.
Yeah, what about the King of Corals?
This thing, what you don't remember?
Yeah, he's bad. It's really bad.
You remember all that shit you were saying just now?
About what?
Like, under the sea, you have to make him laugh, otherwise people's gonna cry.
What?
God, like worst kind of amnesiac.
Yeah, I remember just I have this vague memory of having to pay fealty to him or something, or making him an offering or a
What, you had to make him laugh?
sacrifice.
You had to make people laugh.
I don't
It's
know.
not gonna work. I'm gonna kick you out.
You remember one thing has stuck with you, which is that you remember your family was forced to bow their head to the King of Corals many, many hundreds of years ago. And since then, there was a series of traditions.
Yeah, so you have to give him stuff. Stuff.
Okay, well, Well, it doesn't sound good, so...
Yeah, it's not. He's really bad.
So you don't think Athena's happy?
No, she's happy. She's the queen,
What,
and
you
he
think
always
she's
needs a queen.
But so she's alright? I don't know. Should I
I'm
do
sure she's
something?
alright. All the queens are always so happy.
I've got to get in touch with her somehow.
Well, it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be a good idea.
I don't know what. Screw your good ideas. You guys are always telling me what to do.
Barra.
You should do this, you should do that.
I'm not
going
going
to
to tell
get in touch
you
with Athena.
anything. If you want to get in touch with Athena, fine. But how well? Ow. Do you know Athena?
What?
Do you know her last name?
No.
Do you know how
Do
old
you
she
know
is?
your last name?
I have amnesia. What's her excuse?
What?
No!
She's not even here to defend herself.
What? I don't know.
A gust of wind comes in and goes, oh! Snap!
No, you don't understand.
What don't I understand?
You don't understand, alright? We had a connection.
Help me understand, Barra.
You know, shut up.
What?
I don't like you. I never liked you. Not since it's ship.
Barra, why do you hate me so much? Why
You don't know. You're always like, you're such a party pooper.
are you always so
I just want to have
angry at me?
adventures. I want to have adventures, and I'm going to have big adventures, and people are going to make up songs about me, and I'm not just going to sing songs about other people.
Do you want people to sing a song about you?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll sing a song about you.
Okay.
Barra,
All right. Yeah. Good start.
there was a bard named Barra.
Okay. That's accurate so far.
I treated him like a brother, and he was a really good friend. Barra, we served on the ship together. He was on the crow's nest never, 'cause he was busy making friends with the captain's wife who wasn't there.
Yeah, the captain's wife.
Who wasn't there, but Barra said he bumped her anyway. But she wasn't there,
But she had really nice hair.
Yay! That's what you said. You didn't use hair.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, then the captain tried to stab you.
Yeah, I remember.
Then he threatened to kill you, and I tried to defend you, and then he threatened to kill all the two of us. And then after that, we were kicked off in the nearest port.
You okay? Okay, fine.
Yeah. Ow.
Alright, healing word.
What's the healing word of the day?
Healing word of the day is Falibu. Suspender.
That's not what.
Faliwu Fibber-Friender.
Best,
Is that your final word?
Fresh. What? Say something. Suggest something. You know, you've got this spell too.
Filament.
Filament. There we go.
Filament.
Filament. There we go.
Oh, thanks.
It's
Oh, nine.
Nice.
not
Yeah,
you.
perfect.
Alright.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Can I get perception rolls from both of you, please?
20.
You notice someone
That's a 10 from me again.
So Barry, you don't notice anything. You're busy filamenting. Kaman, as you're staring off sort of across this lake, and it's not huge. It's a high mountain tarn, so it's basically it's sort of like a maybe I would say probably 150-ish meters long. So it's long. It's not bad, but it never really gets much wider than 20 or 30 meters.
It's got a really large pond.
Yeah, it's a very large pond. It's sort of like a lake is a grand term. It then feeds off the other end, do you think? But you think you see something on the far shore coming out of the woods.
Filament.
I saw something moving over there.
Yeah, it's like a tree.
Yeah, but it's quite far away.
You
Far
can't-
away
Yeah,
tree.
it's outside the range of your
Could have been
eyes.
an animal. You gonna go see what it is?
I don't want to go and check on my egg.
Okay.
Maybe it's hatched.
Sure. I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah.
So you can deal with your blood-soaked clothes now with a nice, neat hole in it as the healing word has restored everything.
Your face is still perfect. I mean, like the makeup, not like your face.
So is yours, Barra. So is yours.
yeah, thanks.
Could you please stop stabbing your friends
Alright,
to
fine.
solve problems?
Okay, just remember, alright?
You won't know.
The second time. Second time.
Alright, let's head back.
Yeah, we head back to the inn.
As you begin to start working your way back. Have you put your armor back
Yeah,
on and
yeah.
everything else of the lights everywhere? Great. And you, what order are you guys walking back in?
I guess abreast.
Cool.
Why is the DM laughing?
Can I get a strength saving throw from each of you?
Shit! Oh, you've got a good strength saving throw now. I, on the other hand.
That's a 23 for me, and
Okay, so there's a moment as you hear. We've been followed by Anna Pickle Lisa. Hey, Anna Pickle Lisa. Oh.
Sessions.
After like 12 episodes, you finally showed up to say hello. But no, you hear as you're stomping along, Barra, you hear like a heavy gust of wind. And you sort of like it is, and you sort of you feel almost buffeted by it, which is kind of strange, right? Make a narcissism roll for me, as in whether or not you even notice.
what
Just roll.
I think we'll call it. Yeah, make it a charisma saving throw.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, it's very good. You've got very high charisma.
Very good at sleeping now.
27.
It's up to you. Do you notice that Kaman has disappeared or not?
Oh my god.
Are you so lost in your?
No, I think I had a nice conversation with him.
Yeah.
So, like, anyway, I was thinking, like, one maybe get it, like, right on it. Kaman?
Uh-oh. Just pause 1 second. Hopefully everyone will come back.
It's a terrible crash.
I don't know. Paused in very strange position.
She does mid
Peanut. Midnight.
Oh, the peanuts are so good though.
Run.
Take it away.
No, we're back. We're back.
Oh, there we go. I don't have peanuts for everyone.
Gone.
Okay, we're back.
Dream is a bit stuttery, but
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, things are nuts over here.
Cool. Sorry, folks. Very droll, very droll. So, where were we? Pardon me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Kaman, so I was thinking, like, once the birds hatch, like, come on?
Cool. Make a perception roll.
Mr.
That's
music.
14.
14.
Ominous music.
Okay, so you don't see Kaman anywhere.
Oh no!
And you find yourself in a tree 30 or so feet above the ground right now.
shit.
Being grabbed by something you can't see.
Am I about to be ensconced in a cocoon?
Possibly.
No. Didn't I still want to go
Okay.
into the forest?
Do I have an action?
What am I?
You haven't. In
Alright.
fact, I will need initiative from you two, please.
Thank you.
Only Kie was there to explore the trees with you.
That's an 11 for me.
Okay.
You go out to the trees without the monkey.
3.
Yeah.
What's your dex? Barra?
It's a Dex is +4.
Okay, cool. So,
Ooh, a nice pen.
it's oddly enough, it's a super designed for kids one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, but I love it. It's like one of my favorite fountain pens. It's like this sort of pilot Kakuno one. It's like designed for Japanese school children.
Oh, wow.
So you got a little smiley face, so you know which way's up and something like that. But actually, I think they're really, really nice pens. They're well manufactured, and they, most importantly, because they've got flat sides, other than when you do it like that, they generally don't roll. So
Right.
it's quite
That's important.
Barra,
Okay.
you're up first.
Distracted by pen conversation. Shit. I don't know where he is. So,
Oh, yeah, the music's coming. The DJ's got it on.
would I have gotten a perception of which way the wind was blowing? Like, was it blowing past me?
You have a recollection of having this experience before,
Yeah.
than like previously.
Yeah, but
So,
do I know which way the wind was going?
yeah, you could probably work it out from your flowing locks.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same old thing. I'm gonna cast in the direction up in the trees. I'm gonna cast a 30-foot cube of hypnotic pattern. So
Oh.
sorry, come on.
Oh.
Friendly.
It's for your own good.
Okay.
Okay, because the rest of my spells need targeting.
Just
so,
all about like firing her friends today.
yeah, I can't. The rest of my spells are.
gotten the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Not you, him.
Oh,
He actually got stabbed.
yes. Oh yeah, you did.
Because I finished the long rest.
Oh,
So the 10 hit points went away.
Oh, okay, so like Dissonant Whispers, right? It says one creature of your choice within range, and range is 60 feet. Doesn't say I have to see it. So can I just do I have to know what it is?
I think you'd have to know it existed. I think that's the hardest bit, right? You'd have to actually know it was there. I'm down with you not seeing it if it was something around the corner or whatever, but
Yeah.
you just know like this something and Kaman has disappeared, but you wouldn't know where to throw your spell.
Okay.
It's probably an area effect spell like hypnotic pattern or whatever, no problem. But
Right.
something where you need a target is quite hard.
Okay, cool. Alright. Hypnotic pattern then. I don't have that card either, but never mind, here we go. Okay, so that would be a. Where's my spell save DC? I'm sorry, I forgot.
16.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, it's me that mixed it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, can we do? Wow, the planeswalkers. So,
Yeah.
all over the- Hey, Dylan.
the wolves have a name.
Yeah.
Dylan the planeswolf.
Yeah.
Not for a second. Right now. Okay, what's the DC?
16. Wisdom 16.
Make a saving throw.
Alright.
Should be fine. Lots of wisdom, right?
The friendliest fire. Oh, failed it.
Oh no.
So you are stunned.
Gosh.
That's all you're aware of at the moment.
Do I see the flash of light where he was stunned?
You see a flash of light. You throw a flash of light into a tree, into an approximate area, and the thing with the hypnotic pattern is it just flashes for a second, right, and then it
Right.
disappears. So unless you see something,
But I hit him, right?
I don't actually know how hypnotic pattern works. Here, let's do the luck dice thing. Roll a d20.
Okay.
We have a new follower.
That's. I don't know what my luck modifier is.
There's no
It's a
modifiers.
9.
9? Okay, in this particular case with a 9, it's basically saying. So you think maybe you see him. You think maybe you see someone. Maybe you see something kind of over there. But that's
Okay.
fine.
I'm running in the direction. I'll use my movement to run as far as I can in the direction. I'm
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. That,
Yeah, cool. Okay. As you're doing so, there is you hear a snapping sound as something is kind of falling and moving through the trees.
okay. Like, is it the same the direction of the
Yeah.
same thing?
Yeah, as you're getting closer, yeah.
Okay. That was my.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So,
Oh, hang on. I just go. Oh no! Oh, okay. I'm not sure what happened, but this is for you. Come on. Come on. What's the come on song?
Eileen? Chameleon?
Okay.
No, Sandy?
Come on.
Sandy?
Huh?
Sandy?
How does it go?
No, is it like a Sandy song?
Oh yeah, but it's not his real
Simpsons.
name.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sometimes.
Come on, baby, like my father.
Sometimes you're Sandy, maybe, but most of the time you're this other guy, yeah. And you call, come on, maybe, oh come on, tell me where you are, so I can save you and give you candy. Bardic inspiration. Thanks.
Thank you.
so you have bardic inspiration now. You see Barra as you get closer and the light sort of blazes out from in front of you. you see the sort of that sound of like something knocking against the tree, and then you hear another sound, and you see you literally see like a branch break, right, and then kind of snap, but you don't see what breaks it, right? And then you see like there's a disturbance as something slams into the ground. Now, with hypnotic pattern, I believe when something takes damage, they get the saving throw at that
No,
point.
the spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage.
Any damage. Okay, fine. So you I need to make a concentration saving throw for it, which I fail. So you see like a slamming onto the floor with a groan. You see a creature that is large, like much bigger than you, slightly hunched over shoulders, heavy corded blue muscle, like you can see that sort of because of the shirt that it's wearing, which is actually a quite well made sort of like silk shirt, has been ripped as it's fallen through the things that's ripped apart, but and it's then fallen and landed on its back, right? And you can see there's like this blue muscle through it. As you see it has a shock of black hair with jet white streaks. The hair's pulled back into ponytail as you're moving closer. Are you you're not like hiding yourself, are you? Because you've got a giant white light sort of blaring off you. Right? Now it's at the point that it takes damage that the spell ends.
Yeah.
So it gets its action, right? Because it fell, slammed into the ground. I'm going to say yes, but it's going to have to deal with the fact that it slammed into the ground while stunned. Let's put it that way, right? So it sort of manages to sort of turn over, pull itself into the crouch, and it bears these sort of long, sort of. They're not like the traditional vampiric fangs, right? They're not like the too long, kind of like incisors. Instead, it's just sort of got a very heavy overbite. Right, and then so on that overbite, there are two almost like tusks, right? That sort of like stick down.
It's a weird saber tooth.
Sort of looks at you and growls and sort of says, "Clever trick."
Sorry.
And then charges towards you.
Oh God! What?
It's not going to make the range, but it's sort of loping towards you, and as it does so, it begins to shimmer and disappear again.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's sort of moving towards you. That's the last you see it. Kaman.
What's happening to me?
You find yourself stunned. You see the picture of a musical note and a fish intertwined with itself, right? And
it's Barra. He's coming to. Oh.
Yeah, and you have that flash of a moment. You can make a saving throw now.
You've got money.
Oh no, you can't make a saving throw, can you?
Saving throw. Either somebody takes an action to wake me from stupor, or I take damage.
Shit.
Either, otherwise nothing.
Okay. In which case,
Concentration.
yeah. In which case, you just feel in your stunned form yourself move through the air again.
Oh no!
And onto another branch and onto another tree, and you're still like you've just got the after image of like the fish. And how long does it last for?
1 minute. All concentration.
Get me.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, I think I'm gonna drop it.
I don't think you know, will you? How would you know that he's the one that's affected by it?
That's true.
Oh no.
But I only saw one thing drop. I didn't see.
You only saw one thing drop. You didn't see him. Yeah. So
I'm gonna go like. I think I didn't hit what I wanted to hit.
okay.
One more fish.
Okay. So you'll drop that at the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
Right. So it's like you're not going to get your turn, I'm afraid. But when it comes around to yours, no problem. So it is now. Well, conveniently enough, it's now your turn.
Oh, fuck. I think what was I doing? And so I've dropped it. I've dropped the thing. And now, does that take an action to drop the thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alright, so now I've had a glimpse of the thing that's coming towards me, but it's turned invisible. So I'm gonna. Is it okay to use dissonant whispers?
Yeah,
now?
absolutely.
That village dies.
Run for it.
Anything but Chinese New Year.
So it's also a wisdom 16 save.
Okay. That fails.
Alright, 3d6. Here we go.
Ooh.
I failed too.
All of us just die.
You're like within
I
us.
have one more from you. Yeah, thanks. Well, it's not a lot, it's 8, but it must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay, so you can use this reaction to move.
Right now.
It must, it has a reaction, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got no idea where it is. It's invisible right now. But
Okay.
yeah. So you definitely felt your sort of Chinese New Year channeled sort of discordance kind of like wrap its way through the temple bell that then rings.
Rings through his head.
Yeah, and sort of as it does so, that sort of whole thing, you feel it latch on, and you definitely hear this kind of like, confusion and shriek from some creature that you can't recognize that then disappears off.
Do I hear the direction of the shriek or no? Okay.
Not any more than it's like a psychic thing, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
I keep running in the direction where I think Barra would have gone, just the same direction in which I
Come on.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get you to make a perception roll, please.
Projection.
Ooh. 21.
That's 21, yeah.
Okay. You think that you, up in the trees, you think you've seen enough to be able to run in the right direction. Is that cool? Yeah, in the right direction.
Okay.
Come on. It's now your turn.
What do I see?
You see that you're high up in a tree. You see maybe a flashing light from down below that could be Barra. Could also be after image of your of the flash of hallucinogenic light that hit you a minute ago. You feel completely grabbed by like an oversized humanoid that's kind of got you in a very sort of like a fireman's carry almost.
Ah, perfect. So I pat the creature. Hello. I said, do you speak common?
There's no response.
Good. You don't need to. But first, let's just make sure we both know who we are and where we are. And Kaman reaches behind it and snaps, and a 30 gallons of water appears right behind in the direction you're moving. And we splash through it.
As you're doing that, there's a moment where the creature puts its hand out, makes a symbol, and pulls.
Oh.
And you find that the magical threads that you're putting together just disappear.
Oh shit. Hell.
Good to know.
Don't do that again.
You could always do other things then. I smile and I'm not allowed to cast 2 spells unless one of them is a cantrip.
And one of them is a particular bonus action as well. Yeah.
Okay, but
What the
Yeah, you do see there is the perception roll you made, which was 21, right? So there is a burst of sort of magical resonance and a little puff of intan and various other things that's up in the tree that you still see, as you then see the tree kind of like bow a little bit and then whoosh, and you hear the noise of like another crash into the next tree along. It's moving fast.
oh, I do have a bonus action. Are you okay with me casting one more spell?
Sure, go ahead.
No, it has to be a cantrip. No, let's move on.
Okay. Yeah. Misty Step is too late. Fair enough. But yeah, no, I have to be a cantrip.
Yeah, that's a cantrip.
Okay, so at this point, how long does the other creature have to run away for? Is it just that round immediately? Okay, fine.
Yeah, just that wrong.
In which case, can I get another strength saving throw from you?
Oh shit, that was an accident, but it's 7.
Roll it properly if you want.
Okay.
What am I?
Oh, 19.
Okay.
Wow.
19 total or 19
Total.
total? Okay. despite the fact that you're running through and you're feeling like, muscular and like very like robust, you still feel this momentary kind of like, winded feeling as you just are lifted into the air
Whoa.
and up into a tree.
Oh shit. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't get tapped so easily.
I know. Thank God we're not there.
Okay.
Forest.
Forest in the dark.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So then it's now round to your turn, actually.
Okay. I am going to.
Yeah,
The temple bell rings again.
ask not who it tolls for. It tolls for thee.
Yeah.
Follow the bell toll.
Okay. Well, since it is now touching me. Okay. All right. Oh my god! I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force. It's an intelligence save, 16 save.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you cast again, this creature just says, "Not this time," and then makes another gesture, pulls its fist in, and you feel that the magical threads are just pulled
Whoa.
apart.
I hope it doesn't have that many reactions because.
Is it? No, it's the other one that did for.
No. As in what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's used this reaction, right? So.
yeah. So I am using my Jason Momoa appearance. Suddenly, I'm a lot more muscular than I was, covered in the dark brown oil.
Oh, it's oily now.
I thought it was
It's oily now.
Yeah, and then my eyes glow an intense blue, and then I sprout like hair over my body, and then I am using my mantle of majesty. I have an incredibly attractive appearance, and I can cast command as a bonus action. So, 16 wisdom 16.
Is command a cantrip?
Oh no, it's an action. Oh, so but this is a bonus action. Oh no,
No,
I can
it's-
cast command without expending a spell slot.
Is that technically a cantrip then?
Yeah, should be right.
Cantrips are cancelled. Spells alone.
Yeah, no, there's no sense why it would be a bonus action.
Sure, why not?
16.
Oh, you're welcome.
Let's check what the...
Yes, we got the music.
The music.
What's the command you're giving?
I'm gonna ask it to fall. Fall.
Okay. There is a moment where you feel it say, "Oh, fuck," and you find yourself plummeting
Yep.
through the air.
Okay.
Okay, so that is that done.
Yeah.
We then go to the one that has Kaman's turn,
That's right.
who will then leap forward again through the trees, and will then use its action to move again through the trees.
So I can feel myself going real fast.
Yeah, you've gone.
How high up am I?
You are, depending on which tree you jump from and to. So it's sort of it can be as much as 30 feet off the ground to sometimes you just drop down to like 15, 20 feet and then jump up again. It depends on, it's kind of like zigzagging, and it's clearly got very good vision, and it's clearly just like able to kind of work out where it's going to jump to.
And it needs to land on the branch. It's not jumping on air, right? It's jumping on branches.
It's jumping from tree to tree. Sometimes it just grabs hold of a tree. It seems to have quite high strength, and it just kind of grabs onto a tree. Because you still can't see the bloody thing, right? There's only so much that you can.
Yeah, fun. All right. So it's moving me. Okay. You might need to check the rules for this, but my action is. I think about it for a while then. Yeah, Aina told me I have to do this sometime, and I press the red button, the nuclear option, to respite.
What's that?
I turn into a bottle.
Ooh.
Huh?
Oh, that's interesting.
Bottle?
Oh, that is interesting.
Bottle as in B-O-T.
What's it called again? More for a spy.
Bottle or spite. It's in Tasha's cauldron of everything. Under the
So Tasha's is right there. Do you mind passing it over? It's far left.
far left. Yeah. There we go.
Sorry for a moment. Entertain yourselves for a minute while I have a quick look at the rules. Thank you very much.
What is that?
New rules.
Yeah. I don't know how this is going to work also. Because I've never used it. It's part of the patron. So, folks, in case you're watching this, we used Aina, my patron, we used the genie template for it. So, the genie pact warlock has an option called Bottled Respite, where you literally retreat into the... Yeah.
But it can still carry you. You're probably lighter now.
Sure,
You're
but
more portable now.
the thing is that I slip up his grasp
Yeah.
straight away.
When can you come back into like normal?
Good question.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Whatever bottle.
Let me check.
They got to rub you the right way.
You can use a bonus action to leave, or if you die or if the vessel is destroyed. When
So if it smashes into the ground,
Oh, you die?
Yeah. So basically, as an action, you can magically vanish and enter your vessel. So that's your action, right?
Yeah.
Which remains in the space that you left. The interior of the vessel is an extra dimensional space in the shape of a 20-foot radius cylinder. Blah, it's kind of comfortable enough, I guess. Cushions, low tables, nice things. While inside, you can hear the area around your vessel as if you were in its space. You can remain inside the vessel up to a number of hours equal to twice your proficiency bonus. So plus is 3, so 6 hours, I'm guessing. You exit the vessel early if you use a bonus action to leave, if you die, or if the vessel is destroyed. Blah, 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 blah.
so what I'm betting on is the fact that if I suddenly turn into it doesn't expect me to do it, I drop. And that the bottle will smash when it hits the ground.
Let us see.
Don't die!
Okay. Okay. Cool. So you're now inside the bottle. Have you been in here before?
No! First time. Basically, Aina told me I could do it. I've never tried it.
So what's it like in there? So let me tell you what the constraints you have are. The constraints you have are that it has to be it doesn't have to be, but within reason. It is
20-foot radius
20-foot radius cylinder, 20 feet high.
and resembles my...
So obviously it's going to be somewhat of a gem form, right? So, yeah. But
You see two raccoons.
Hey! Red pandas.
you see there is a moment as it falls through the air, and then you see a
Oh no!
moment again as it stops in the air.
Which is perfect. That's perfectly fine.
It just stops in the air.
Right.
And then there's you sort of sway a little bit, and then you're moved up. And then you kind of you move around in different dimensions. It's almost like you're being manipulated as something is expecting you, and then bring close to its face, but you can't see it, so it just kind of.
I'll stay there, and I can see out of it, right?
Yes. Let's keep the bloody rulebook open, right? So, hold on a second.
You can hear around the vessel as if you're in the space, and I can't see.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is the room inside gyroscopic? Are you being tossed around as she's
That's a good question
That's a good
too.
question, isn't it?
Yeah, if I get shaken, do I then become mala fries?
Ooh, see
If you are shaken, do you not become sacrifice? Very strange.
what's it called again?
Oh my god, Shakespeare.
No, it's an extra dimensional space, so it's not subject to what happens in the material world. The fact that you can even hear out of it's pretty amazing, right? So so what you do here is you hear a
So it doesn't know what it is. So perfect. I'll just let it be angry and confused.
and then a moment later you hear the sound of a tree creak, and then another thing goes off. Barra,
You're in your safe space.
I am.
You're currently up in a tree. Oh no, you're not.
No,
You've fallen
I'm
back down
falling,
again to
yeah.
the ground, right? So although you're fallen and it has not let you go, so I need you to make actually, I don't need to make anything. You should take some damage. Let's do me a favour because it's roll a d8 for me.
It's a 1.
Okay, so actually you were quite low down as it came down, so it's only going to be 2d6 points of damage. You take 3 points of falling damage, as it's obviously this body that's cushioned your fall of it. Actually takes a bit more. And makes it concentration save, so it's sort of still invisible and you're still held and locked in by this body and
Alright.
fallen down. It is, however, your turn.
So it's still invisible, yeah.
And it's got you grappled. So
I transfer my light onto the creature.
So you'd have to cast it again, right?
I'm
But
casting,
generally,
yeah.
So where are you casting? Because you can't see the creature.
The light is by touch. So if I can feel it grabbing me,
Okay.
I'll just cast
So
it.
yeah, but put it another way. Right? Imagine this thing is grabbing
Yeah.
hold of you, right? Where are you on the surface of
So
the
if I feel this, I'm like,
There is a certain sense of safety and wholeness.
okay, casting a light cantrip on it. If you target an object, okay, so I'm gonna like feel around, see if it's wearing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only target an object. So if I target, so the moment I feel something, I'm gonna try and
rope
cast.
it until
I'm gonna cast. So if you target an object held or worn by a hostile creature, that creature can do a dexterity saving throw. So that would be
DC 16. Dex save DC 16.
It fails.
Yes.
So interesting interaction
Now he's
between
lit.
invisibility and light here, right? So roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll a d8 for me.
And no it.
1?
One, yeah.
Cool. So you do, like, you see the halo of something's head kind of silhouetted, but the light kind of wraps its way around. So it's almost like the light just kind of glares back in your face, right? Through the skull of this thing. You don't see the skull or anything, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It
So-
appears to flail around a little.
For my bonus action, mental of majesty,
Mm-hmm.
basically, for 1 minute, I can cast command as a bonus action on each of my turns
Yeah.
without expending a spell slot.
Go ahead.
So my next command is my
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty violent command. Right there. Please do.
my next command
The brown
is
noise.
I've got a
Do it!
no. This is like,
Shit!
oh no. Is the river next to me?
No, you're now about 20 or 30 meters away. You've kind of been running into the forest after this creature.
Okay.
Because you'd started walking back and then kind of like were grabbed and then taken sort of in another direction and then kind of chased after it. So you'd away from the village,
Right.
down the mountainside into the forest.
Okay. Okay. Let's hope it understands. My next, or rather interprets it correctly the way I want it to. My next command is I point in the direction where I think I last saw Kaman. I say track. Or chase. Whichever you think is or not. Yeah, I say track.
It's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to choose, right? So chase is. Do you want to go with chase? Go with chase. There is a moment of grunt, and then there's a quick comment of, "That's what I was doing anyway." Fucking idiot. Isn't with no affection in the voice, and you sort of feel the sort of muscled body kind of pick itself up from the floor, kind of reassert its grab on you, kind of scratch a little bit against a tree, just to, like, like a playing wolf, and then hurl itself back into the tree again.
Okay, so I'm following it.
You're in its arms, right? So it didn't let go of you. It didn't let go of you.
Oh shit!
You didn't break the.
Oh no!
Instead, it's just now it's got this haloed light around its head, right?
Shit.
Kind of like casting through it. But it's sort of
Do I see anything illuminated in its light?
Interesting. You see the silhouette that the light casts, like as you pass on the tree, but high intelligence, it's high investigation. So, and so you can clearly see this is a strange. It's almost like the masks that you see in the temples sometimes, where there's sort of like a shape to the face, where there's sort of like a few small horns or something come out of it, or something like that. This doesn't look like a human space. It looks like some sort of devil's silhouette.
Right. I mean, like it's casting, like it's like headlamp. Do I see anything head towards Barra?
Well, because of the way that light spell actually happened, weirdly enough, is that it's behind it, but it's only because it's invisible that the light's coming through.
Right.
So as you look ahead, you don't see anything ahead of you other than trees. I mean, he's well gone, right?
Okay.
So, but it sort of then starts moving very fast in the trees as well.
Based on the negative image that I see, is it possible to roll knowledge on what it is?
Sure. It's gonna be a high DC. What do you enroll? What are you rolling for? Let's go with.
Grim's asking, is it like those Balinese type masks?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Might be, right?
Yes, not too far in some ways. Yeah, I mean it's I will rustle up a picture and put it on our Reddit. That's /r/the fourth culture. I'll also tweet about it, which is T4C Online. And maybe if you look on our Instagram, that's the fourth culture. So I'll put out something so you guys can see a picture. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so is it history, arcana?
To recognize the silhouette, it's actually going to be nature.
Okay. 16.
Consistent with the things that attacked you in the trees last night.
Okay.
And also consistent with you made that check in the last session. Consistent with the fact that there are these overlapping and somewhat independent stories of creatures that need the blood of their victims to do things, like the northern vampires and all that stuff. But then there are creatures that are called forest demons. Or sometimes they're called oni.
Okay.
Sometimes they're called other things like that. Right? These are, monsters of the dark. Fairy tales, right? But this is this world.
All right. Cool. That's cool. That's me then. It is also 10:29.
Yeah, indeed. I was going to say. And so, a moment later, you find yourself being pulled through the trees again, and you continue off. And we cut back to the morning after you've had a night's sleep. You've had no other visitors in the night. So you'll find yourself waking up. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
No! So they're just gone?
Well, you don't know that yet.
We don't even know that they're gone.
Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Sorry if you had any technical difficulties. We're still finalising our streaming setup, and there seemed to have been a couple of glitches last week in this one, but we're nearly there. Catch us on YouTube if you think you missed anything. Guys, best of luck with your prep for next week. The premiere next Thursday.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/
Pivot Digital Play.
Pivot Digital Play. 888 for Chinese New Year. Definitely worth it. Support locals, support Singapore, all the rest of it. It's all kind of cool. I don't know what I'm supposed to say there, but I just kind of went with it. Yeah, so it kind of works. Yeah, it's Gila. And then, but beyond that, thank you very much, everybody. With me, I've been Ramji. With me has been Choy Tan.
Oh yes, thanks Casey. That is I. Thanks Grim. Yes.
Edward Choy. DCL. Sheena Chan. The amazing Cheryl. Thank you. Good night. God bless. See you all next week.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
the troubled lands and stormy sea. They have no choice, it's national service or Marabanda Survey Team 3. A goblin captain, sea elven cleric, one small and green, one tall and blue, stoned halfling monk and bard who dedicates its campaign anthem to you.
Reminiscing up all these parties, who stream sweet D&D. The folk culture is our name, but you can call us T4C. Asian influence from rule with less Eurocentricity. Now for some Asia Pac gang chants featuring Audi and Randy.
One coffee, Sihir Tabak for me.
Coffee, Sihir Tabak for me. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. 新赛啦，麦乱来啦。新赛啦，麦乱来啦。Dragon power.
I sound quite transatlantic, actually.